receive your praise. We are honored with the presence of our Director General, Dr. Yugank, our Dean Ma'am, Dr. Neha Ma'am. I also welcome all the program coordinators, our faculty members, and our dear students. Now I request the gathering to kindly stand up in the honor of National Anthem, please. With what lies within us. Ability may take you to the top, but it takes character to stay there. With this philosophy in mind, the Genesis cell was constituted for overall development of the students. 4 cells of Genesis are corporate exposure, training and placement activity cell, cell monitoring, educational and fun trips, cell for certification programs, cell for personality development. The 4 cells under Genesis contribute to develop the personality, skills and domain knowledge of its students. These cells are created with an exclusive emphasis to address and communicate students' conviction and to make them realize their potential. Leadership is not a position or a title. It's an action and example. With this note, I would like to invite our Director General, Dr. Yugank Chaturvedi, a Master's in Economics from the prestigious Delhi School of Economics, University of Delhi. Sir is associated with CPJ College for more than 10 years now and is bringing rich knowledge to the college in diverse areas. The student community is benefited by his guidance and motivated by his personality development program and pre-placement talks, which gear them for placement in the corporate and the legal world. With his support, hard work, motivation and passion, the college has become one of the leading institutes in Delhi. With this brief, it's our honor to invite the embodiment of college, Dr. Yugank Chaturvedi, Director General, to kindly grace this PDB session. I may also request Dr. Neha Ma'am, our Dean Ma'am, to kindly felicitate the youngsters.
Hi, good morning, students. Good morning. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, students, before I start the PDP with you, my simple and a humble request is that for the next around 2 hours, you all would remain absolutely in a very interactive, silent and the right mode as it should be while attending any PDP program. Anybody, and nobody should mind it, anybody who is sitting here by force, who is not interested, but is being by force is being made to sit over here, may please keep the audio. So next 2 hours, I will dedicate myself in totality for you students, and I want you to attentively understand that. In case you are here and again interesting just for the sake of it, it's no fun. You want to grasp something, you want to pick up something, and you want to get that right feeling with yourself, then you are at the right place today. So all of you are there with me?
Yes, sir.
Great. So let's start the PDP. When I talk about chasing your dreams, I'll come there after this. But when I say that chasing your dreams, I think so humans, आप इंसान को हैं, जानवरों से, we are also a mammal, so is a lion, so is a dog also. All are mammals. You have other breeds, or you can say the other biological names. You have reptiles, in reptiles you have n number of species, you have amphibians, you have n number of species. But when you talk about mammals, humans is one of the species of mammals only. But the only difference between humans and others is that we carry dreams, whereas others they don't. This distinctify ourselves, us being a social animal. We being a social animal, we carry dreams in us, and this is the sole difference between a human and you can say any animal. But when you say that you carry dreams, just carrying dream is no fun. Relishing your dream is an achievement. So how to relish your dream, and this is what I am talking to you. Beneath my words, there are certain things which happen in life and which comes as a pleasant surprise to you. For example, I never did my PhD. I never was a doctorate. Because I never thought to be in pure academics in my life. When I finished my graduation from Hindu College, Economics Honors in 1984, and I finished my post-graduation in economics from the Delhi School of Economics in 1986. And then I went down to London. And from there I shifted to the corporate. I was picked up from the campus itself by Mecon GmbH, one of the most leading conglomerate in the world at that time, even today. And I was picked up by Mecon, a German conglomerate stationed to be at London. That was something, a dream come true. And I remained on that, remained with the corporates and all that. It was a very late field that I joined the academics because all through these years, I was in touch with students. I was going for my lectures, I was going for a lot of orientation programs with them at leading institutes in Pan-India once I came back from Europe in 1994. And this is how it happened. But believe me, certain things happen. I was recently on the 5th of August, I was awarded with an honorary doctorate by the Sorbonne University of France, and that was on 5th of August last month. So that was a field, you know. A field has come to you where you were carrying some dream, one fine day I will be doctorate, but you left that, but somehow God is there with you and it comes on its own. Of course, there was a massive jury interviews and all, but that was always there, and of course that area. So, let's get started chasing your dreams. How to chase your dream and to relish it. Okay? Let's get started. Can I bring it to the center? Can you stop switch off कर दीजिए? Projector switch off. इसको रहने दीजिए. Somebody help me, please. Just pick it from there and bring it in the center. That's it. थोड़ा पीछे रखिए. That's it. Switch off both the fans. I don't require it. Bring the cable at the back and don't hold this. Take it. Bring that in. Just bring it. Visible, all of you? Okay, again. Sorry, no, no. It will be visible. Okay, let's say. Just a matter of chance for having a good throat today. No, can you bring it a little back? I not too well today. I'm sorry, my dears. It's just चलने दीजिए, but इसको इसके तरफ इसके नीचे खड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए. Yeah, that's it. And bring it to her. That's all. Yeah. That's all. All right. When you say chasing your dreams, dream. Dream रखना बहुत अच्छी बात है. Anybody who is ambitious, अगर आप कहते हैं ambitious नहीं हो, तो फिर आप जी नहीं रहे. I think so. To be ambitious is one of the major trait of a human being. अगर आप ambitious नहीं हैं, आज आप एक student हैं और just BCA कर रहा हूँ, BA कर रहा हूँ, BA कैंप कर रहा हूँ, BCom ऑनर्स कर रहा हूँ, यही एक thought process दिमाग में, इसके ऊपर कुछ नहीं है कि मुझे आगे क्या करना है, क्या करना है, कहाँ तक पहुँचना है, कोई ambition नहीं रखी हुई, कोई aspiration नहीं रखी हुई, then I think so you are not on the right track. Ambition रखना बहुत जरूरी है, परंतु सिर्फ ambition रख लेने से कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा. यह मान लीजिए आपकी ambition है, or you say that's your aspiration, or you may say that is your dream. But how to achieve it? उसके लिए you need to have caliber. जब तक आपके अंदर वो हुनर, वो कैलिबर नहीं होगा, आप उस ड्रीम को अचीव नहीं कर सकते. मेरा ड्रीम है मेरे पास कि मैं लंबोर्गिनी जो है उसके स्टीयरिंग पे बैठूं और उसका ओनर हूं. Not a bad dream to have, but till I do not have the caliber, that means the money to buy it, my dream would remain a dream. So you need to have the resource, you need to have the caliber to achieve your dream. And what is that? होता क्या है? Supposingly आपका ड्रीम ये है, ये अचीव करना, हमेशा आपका कैलिबर उससे नीचे होगा. It's a rule of life. It's a rule of life कि आपका कैलिबर हमेशा आपके ड्रीम से नीचे रहेगा. उसको अचीव करने के लिए आप मेहनत करेंगे, वर्क करेंगे. आप जैसे जैसे उसके पास पहुंचने लगते हैं, दिस इज अ ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी, आपका ड्रीम की एस्पिरेशंस बढ़ जाती हैं, आप यहाँ तक पहुंच जाते हैं, बट स्टिल यू रिमेन विद सम फर्दर ड्रीम्स. तो ड्रीम, relishing a dream, and then further what happens, you recreate another dream. It's not the end of it. You reach here and you reach there. And if you say you just have a dream at this stage of yours where your caliber is this and you are dreaming of something this, I think so that is also not realistic. That should be your vision. There are two different things. Like the two words होते हैं. One is aim, one is vision. Aim is short-sighted, vision is long-sighted. Finally मुझे वहाँ पहुँचना है, पर immediately मुझे कहाँ पहुँचना है? मेरा पहला पड़ाव कहाँ है? पहला पड़ाव मेरा ये है. इसके बाद मेरा दूसरा पड़ाव ये है, तीसरा पड़ाव ये होना चाहिए. मुझे finally अपने विजन तक कैसे पहुँचना है? That is a step by step methodology. Understand the point? So you carry your dream. Unrealistic या unrealistic? Supposedly unrealistic ऐसा है कि आप एक कमरे में हैं, एक ऊपर छत पे एक सेब टांग दिया गया, आपका ड्रीम और सेब को छलांग लगा करके तोड़ लेना. But you are not a monkey. You have your limitation. आप नहीं तोड़ पाएंगे, आप जिंदगी भर लगे रहे उतनी ऊंची उछाल आप मार ही नहीं पाएंगे the human being because that is your limitation. So understand what is your caliber, understand your skills, and as per that only you should be working for it. Kindly remain silent. request you, it diverts me. Can you get seated? Everybody is decent over there. No problems at all. You also please. Get seated. No movement in the body. It disturbs me, it breaks my mood. No unnecessary smiles or looking into your cells and all. I have already requested anybody like that can leave this body. I do not mind that. But I want absolute attention. And of course, then we'll get into interaction. So this is what is the whole psychosis of it. Right? Now, how to relish your dream is the most important thing. Now, first thing is to carry a dream. Very must. You must carry a dream. But how to really achieve that dream? Number one thing, जो मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, हर फैकल्टी को बोलता हूँ, हर स्टूडेंट को बोलता हूँ, that please have a very, very strong self-belief. अब ये पॉइंट्स हैं आपके लाइफ में which you must have. First thing for you is self-belief. Don't have a belief ये मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा. आपने जैसे इस belief को लाए कि मैं इस चीज को नहीं कर पाऊंगा, the things happen from there only. Close that door, please. The moment you have this feeling that I would be able to do it, you would never be able to do it. I'm not talking about I'm impossible, I'm possible, and those slangs and all. It's a simple feel. You have to have a very strong self-belief in yourself. I've always talked about that story of that elephant. All of you know? Sir. Yeah? Yes, sir. Yes. The small elephant, it grows, and today it is a jumbo elephant. But as a jumbo elephant, को आप किसी भी South Indian temples में देखोगे, those jumbo elephants are just tied to a small खूंटी के साथ बंधे हुए होते हैं. एक पैर में जंजीर होती है और एक खूंटी से लगी हुई जंजीर से वो चुपचाप खड़ा होता है. वो एक सेकंड चाहे अपनी टांग ऐसे उठाए, जरा से पावर के साथ खूंटी जमीन से निकल आएगी, चाहे कितनी नीचे तक गड़ी हुई हो, इतनी पावर है उस एलिफेंट के अंदर. फुल ग्रोन जंबो एलिफेंट तो चुपचाप खड़े रहते हैं. द मूवमेंट को जंजीर से बांध दिए जाते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि जब वो छोटा बच्चा था, छोटा सा नटखट हाथी था, बहुत दौड़ता भागता था, ये शुरू से ही उसके साथ रहा कि उसको एक छोटी सी जंजीर के साथ खूंटी से बांध दिया गया. उसने बहुत कोशिश की मैं अपने आप को छुड़ा लूं, नहीं छुड़ा पाया क्योंकि उसके अंदर दम नहीं था. फाइनली गेव अप. वो इस बिलीफ के साथ बड़ा हुआ कि इसको मैं कभी भी जंजीर को नहीं तोड़ सकता. आई कैन नेवर ब्रेक दिस चेन. ये उसके दिमाग के, हाथी के दिमाग में बैठ जाती है बात, that I can't break it. And today when he can really break it in a fraction of a second, he doesn't even try to break it because that thing has, हिंदी में कहते हैं धारित हो जाना. वो उसकी धारणा बन चुकी है, उसकी बिलीफ इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग हो चुकी है कि मैं नहीं कर सकता. Don't get into that. I can't do this because you can do this. Whosoever has been a person of success or grand success have been people who have taken challenges in life. There are two kinds of people: optimistic, जैसे कहते हैं आशावादी, आशावान, and the other one is pessimist, निराशावादी. Optimist would always see opportunities in difficulties. Okay, he'll always see opportunities in challenges, opportunities in difficulties. Whereas a pessimist would always see the other way around. He will always see difficulties in challenges. So he will never take a challenge. So, understand it. I give you a very beautiful example of a self-belief. There is this guy. He boards an aeroplane, business magnate. जैसे लेट हो गया था अपनी फ्लाइट के लिए, जब वो अपनी फ्लाइट में पहुंचा तो उसने देखा जो उसकी सीट थी, वो सीट जो थी बिल्कुल सेंटर में थी, और उसको ये सीट मिल गई और उसने बैठ गया. उसने फिर लेफ्ट राइट पे देखा, उसने लेफ्ट में देखा कि जैसे स्मॉल गर्ल मस्ट बी 4 to 5 year old, जो एक ऑलरेडी बैठी हुई है, उसको ऑलरेडी उसको वो लगी हुई है, व्हाट इज कॉल्ड, सीट पे लगी हुई है. And he sees next to him is the old lady, and that old lady is, reading something. He could understand this old lady and this who is of the age of her granddaughter, but they must not be related, क्योंकि अगर related होते तो दोनों इकट्ठे बैठे होते. So no hassle, he quietly takes his seats, gives a smile to both of them, and the plane starts. After some time, plane came, weather was not favorable, there was massive turbulence, and the pilot said that, we are going through massive turbulence, kindly bear with us, fasten your seat belts, for sure, and don't panic, we'll pass this through. And what happens? The plane is absolutely like a travel game. Or it was one of my trips, which was to South America, to Brazil, a place called Peru. And it was, the plane was over the Atlantic, southern Atlantic part, not the northern Atlantic. And northern is between Europe and North America. Southern is between Africa and South America. And generally, the air turbulence is always very strong, but planes, of course, they go through. Of course, if you are aware of the triangle, Bermuda Triangle, जो होता है, तो ships का जाना बना हो गया है, क्योंकि जो भी ships वहाँ से गुजरे, वो हमेशा गायब हो गए. पता ही नहीं चला कि मतलब nothing was known where those ships disappeared. So that was complete area. आज के इतने modern ज़माने में भी ships के लिए पूरा बैंड है जाना, तो Atlantic के उस part से no ship can travel, can pass through. And even the air on top of it is very turbulent, but no mishap has happened, so the airlines, they do carry that through. I went through that turbulence once, and it is bad. It is real bad. So anyway, cutting short, these two ladies were there, composed, but the plain lady became tipsy-turvy and all, and a lot of the gentleman saw that the lady, old lady, has suddenly taken out her, must be a Christian, she's taken out her chain and she's, absolutely remembering God and all. But he sees this girl is not bothered, she's moving, she's, falling down this side, that side of the seat itself, but she's still continuing with her painting, a small book which she's carrying with herself. So, after some time the plane comes to normalcy. The pilot says you can remove your seat belts, we have passed this through, and this is. So, he could say, he come on. So he says to the little girl, what's your name? She says, I'm Lily. He says, okay, Lily is so nice. But Lily, I saw everybody got so panicked. But I saw you did not get panicked at all. So she said, did you hear my father's voice? He's piloting this plane and he's carrying me to meet my mother. So I'm very sure I'll be meeting my mother, so why should I be feeling panic? Are you getting a point? This is called the self-belief in that girl, nothing is going to happen. Whereas the moment somebody gets into the field, what may happen, that thing would crash anyone. So please understand, first thing in life is self-belief. Second thing, never and never, believe me, for struggle, welcome a struggle in your life at this stage of your life. This stage of life we say, don't really wish to God कि मुझे comfort मिल जाए जीवन से. नहीं, struggle जरूर करो. छोटा सा example देता हूँ. There is a small boy. I'll keep giving us such stories, that will keep you motivated to understand things more. There's a small boy and he is very fond of gardening. He always would look into his garden, which plant has come and things like that. So one fine morning he finds that what is this? So देखता है कि एक अजीब सा जानवर सा है, क्या है? तो देखता है अपने mother से पूछता है, Mom, what is this? So the mother says that is the caterpillar. Caterpillar is the baby of the butterfly. A butterfly's baby is called caterpillar. So the mother says this is a caterpillar. So my dear, this will grow into a butterfly one day. So don't hurt him and all this. So he is very interested, very keen. Every day he'll get up in the morning and he'll see that there is a caterpillar and he is growing and he is growing and he is growing. One fine morning he sees that this caterpillar is not on the tree branch, but it is lying on the ground. He further probes it, he sees, what is this? What is this? Something. So he sees from both sides, there's something coming out from both of his sides. And the caterpillar is, is a Chaturvedi, is really in great trouble. It's good. It's turning up and down and like that and this and that. So he sees, oh God, it's in great pain. It's in great struggle, as I said. He's struggling. He's struggling hard. The caterpillar is really struggling hard. And the small boy couldn't take it, that why is he struggling so much? Something, this must be the wings only, the wings are coming out. And the wings are not able to come out. He goes inside the kitchen, gets a small knife, and he just cuts on both sides of the sides of where the wings are popping out. The moment he cuts it, both wings, they just come out fluttering like, they both came out, and the caterpillar could not fly. It remained on the ground. Because God's nature is कि वो इस कैटरपिलर को जब विंग बाहर निकल रहा होता है, उसका ये जो स्ट्रगल है, वो स्ट्रगल उसके विंग्स में ब्लड फ्लो देता है, और इसी ब्लड फ्लो की वजह से the caterpillar becomes a butterfly, which means a caterpillar has to struggle from a caterpillar to be a butterfly. So understand, struggle is a must. Never, absolutely put yourself aside from struggle. Welcome a struggle, because that will give you experience. That will give you definitely a lot of morals in life to follow, and this is important. But remain determined. Determination is very strong thing. Determination. Have strong belief. Remain open for struggle. Because there are challenges. Challenges will only give you opportunities. Challenges will only make you understand where you stand. Challenges से आपको समझा पाएंगे आपके अंदर क्या मौजूद है, आप क्या हैं. What exactly are you? What are those things which are lacking in you? Only during a period of challenge you will be able to see that what's what. In challenge itself, I'll give you, before I come on to determination, I'll give you a very beautiful feel. Whether you are an egg, anda, or you are a potato, aloo, yeah, you are what? टी चाय की पत्ती हो, क्या हुआ? आप सोचेंगे सर, व्हाट इज सर टॉकिंग टू अस? इमेजिन, पानी गर्म करने रख लो 3 बोल्स में, अपने गैस के स्टोव पे 4 प्लेट्स हैं, 3 प्लेट्स में एब्सोल्युटली सेम अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर, put an egg in one bowl, put one potato in another bowl, put some tea leaves in the third bowl. Only anda, the same egg, which was looking absolutely so brittle, absolutely, कि मतलब करोगे it will just break down, it becomes so solid. The same egg, when goes through this temperature, this boiling water, becomes absolutely hard to break. The same potato which you just could not break, how much power you may have with your own hands, after being boiled, it becomes absolutely lunch-sponge, You can just press it with your fingers even. And the same tea leaves then being put in that water which had no character, which had no flavor, which had nothing. It was just plain water. After some tea leaves being put into it, it has changed its complete flavors and its complete basic vasool of pani has changed. So what are you? कि बाहर से आप बड़े, maybe you look a very fragile kind of a person, but internally you are a very strong-minded guy maybe. But only during a period of struggle you will be able to see कि मैं क्या हूँ. When you will be going through that kind of a hot water, and it is said as the egg went through, as that potato went through. When you will go through that kind of a struggle or a challenge in your life, you will be able to understand what are you. Are you an egg? Are you a potato? Or rather उस challenge को आपने इतना beautiful work किया कि वो challenge अपने आप में दूसरा opportunity बन गया, and it has changed its complete outlook altogether. So this is to be thought by yourselves. So never dissuade struggle. Struggle के लिए हमेशा ready रहिए. Remain determined. When you talk about being determined, I give you a very nice one. There's this donkey. There was this donkey in a village. एक कुम्हार का गधा था और उसको naturally ले जाता था उससे अपना जो whatever मिट्टी के बर्तन and all that it used to be making would take him every second, fourth day to different fairs to the nearby villages for selling. So one of the days when it was very much it had rained, बहुत बरसात हुई थी तो आपका जो गांव का जो एक सूखा हुआ कुआं था, very interesting listen, एक सूखा हुआ जो कुआं था उसके ऊपर इर्द गिर्द बहुत घास उगाई थी, तो गधा जो था वो घास को खाते खाते उधर समझ नहीं पाया कि ये कुआं है और बेचारा उसमें गिर गया. कुआं थोड़ा गहरा था, तो when the donkey falls into it, चोट तो बहुत लग गई, and it started yelling. आपने कभी किसी हिल स्टेशन में गए हो जहाँ पर ये खच्चर होते हैं, इनफैक्ट घोड़े भी होते हैं जिनकी आप घुड़सवारी कर सकते हैं, whether it's नैनीताल or it's मसूरी or it's some other places also. But अगर आप बहुत हाई हिल्स में गए हो कभी, तो जहाँ पर ग्रुप ऑफ म्यूल्स होते हैं और आपने कभी इनकी जो जैसे बार्किंग, द डॉग्स बार्किंग, डंकीज की जो आवाज होती है जब वो निकालते हैं उसको ब्रोइंग कहते हैं. When the donkeys broads, बहुत ही अजीब आवाज निकलती है, बहुत ही दर्दीली सी है, you can't sleep. So the donkey falls into the well and it starts, yelling, in fact, crowing. आवाज निकालने से शुरू की, जो दर्दीली आवाजें थी. तो पूरे गांव में आवाज आ रही थी, सारे गांव वाले इकट्ठे हो गए. उन्होंने बड़ी कोशिश की कि किसी तरह इसको ऊपर ले आया जाए, परंतु it was not possible. It was just not possible. So they said, what is to be done? तो उन्होंने अपने जो कुछ बुजुर्ग थे गांव के, उनसे जाकर मशवरा किया क्या किया जाए. तो बुजुर्ग भी उन्होंने समझाया कि जो है ऐसा किया जाए कि इसको जीवित नहीं रह सकता है, इसे खींच सकते नहीं, तो जितनी मिट्टी पड़ी हुई है, कुम्हारों का विलेज था वो, जितनी मिट्टी पड़ी हुई है लाकर करके डाल दो, उसको दफना देते हैं, उसको भी शांति मिलेगी, मुक्ति मिलेगी, कहां तक खींचते रहेंगे. And let's do this. So they bring a big load of chunk of mud and they throw it inside the well of the donkey. Donkey बेचारा जो already बहुत चोट में था, इतनी सारी मिट्टी जो उसके ऊपर गिरी कि जिसको दफन हो सकता है, उसे एक अजीब सी चीज, एक भयानक चोट लगी फिर से उसे. बट इससे उसके दिमाग में एक बहुत ही विचित्र चीज आई, उसे लगा कि शायद मेरा फेवर कर रहे हैं गांव वाले. And he immediately springs into action, which is he immediately brings whatever courage he could in that injured state, and उसने अपने ऊपर से मिट्टी को झाड़ता हुआ वो उठा और उसने नोट किया कि जो गहराई इतनी ही मिट्टी के गिरने से गहराई इतनी कम हो गई है, वो उतना ऊपर आ गया. And it again starts raining. It was already dark. People they got more mud, they threw more mud into it. कि शायद दफा नहीं हो पाया, but he was thinking the other way around. He was determined to live. He was determined to live, not to die. He was determined to live. That determination of the donkey made him see through. He finally reaches a height from where he can really jump out, and he jumps out. So please understand, determination is so strong, and this is a thing which comes from inside. This thing comes from inside. It is not that please remain serious focus. Yeah. Very disturbing. No smiling. कोई मैं हंसने वाली बात करूँ तो बिल्कुल हंस सकते हैं. Want me to crack a joke? I can do that also. If I am not cracking a joke, please don't smile. Between yourself, you're looking at me. And I mean it, please. Both of you. So, एक और चीज जो यहीं पर समझाऊंगा, बहुत बारी आप लोगों में गलती हो जाती है. जैसे they are like children to me, both of them, and I take all of you as my children. My both daughters, they are much senior to any one of you. My younger daughter was postgraduate 2 years back, and my elder daughter, she was postgraduate in the chartered accounting around 5 years back itself. So please, you are much younger to be my children, so don't take me as just a director general of your college. Take me a fatherly figure, and when a father is advising something to you, either take it seriously or just walk out. In the beginning itself, I said anybody who walks out, I will find it. The same way I talk to my daughters also. I'm going to be advising you something, you should take it, sit with me and understand. Don't wish to, please, no assets. So this is how life should be, very straight, without any apprehensions and all. So this is what. So, you know what happens in life at times? Without knowing anything, you start flying. That's the worst part. आपके अंदर बंदूक तो है नहीं, आपके अंदर वो चीज स्टफ तो है नहीं, पर आप समझ रहे हैं अपने आप को करने का. That's the worst thing. That is the worst thing, believe me. क्योंकि अभी तक आप सब जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं ना, कवर्ड है, शील्ड है आपके पास. क्या शील्ड है? कोई भी आपसे पूछ रहा होगा ना, आपका फ्रेंड, आपका नेबर, आपका रिलेटिव, आपके पेरेंट्स से आपसे क्या कर रहे हो? मैं पूरी ग्रेजुएशन फ्रॉम आईटी यूनिवर्सिटी. ओह वेरी गुड. So that shield is covering you. But the moment you are off that shield, तब क्या होगा भाई भैया? What would happen in that point of time? Ask them just, you are in your second year and third year, first year तो नहीं है. So maybe this year ends, maximum busy रहेगा. Maybe आप post graduation भी करने लगो, another 2 years. But one day, what are you doing? I am still boss. What are you doing? I am an executive at Deloitte. Oh, good, nice. Carry it. Become something in life. तो ये शील्ड है ना आपके ऊपर, आप बहुत प्रोटेक्टेड हो शील्ड से. पर ये शील्ड बहुत जल्दी हट जाएगी. तो आपके बंदूक को, आपके लिए जो स्टफ है, वो ही काम आएगा. Nothing else. How somebody can remain mistaken about one's own identity, and the competitor is there to catch you, to wipe you out. I'll give you a beautiful story. It's a tundra, absolutely Siberian area. Absolutely in Siberian area, there is a bird. Very interesting. There is a bird, and that bird is on its nest. And it's just, it's absolute winters, it's all ice everywhere, all frozen, and this bird is sitting on its nest. Suddenly, बर्फ बहुत गिरी हुई होती है, तो उसके ऊपर की जो लीव्स होती हैं, आपके पाइन ट्रीज की बड़ी थिक लीव्स होती हैं, हिल स्टेशन पे देखे होंगे, तो वो उसके ऊपर बर्फ जो टिकी हुई थी, तो बर्फ का बहुत बड़ा फ्लेक जो है, वो गिरता है, और वो जैसे ही गिरता है उसके ऊपर, तो वो उस चिड़िया को लेता हुआ जमीन पे आ जाता. चिड़िया उस बर्फ के नीचे दब जाती है. वही चिड़िया जो कि थोड़ी देर पहले अपने बहुत ऊंचाई पे बैठी हुई बहुत खुश थी और गा रही थी, वही चिड़िया अब उसके मुंह से रोने जैसी आवाज निकलने लगी. Getting my point? And it starts crying because it's getting frozen with all ice on it, and it could see I'm about to die. And that voice of, the thought of dying is creating that kind of a fear, और उससे वो आवाज निकलने लगी. तभी एक बुल वहां से गुजर रहा था, जो ऑक्सन्स होते हैं. ऑक्सन्स ने देखा इस जैसे बड़े डेजर्ट में आवाज कहां से आ रही है. उसे अजीब सा लगा, लुकिंग एट इट, देखा कि बहुत से तो आइस उसमें बर्फ में से आवाज कैसे आ रही है? वो उसके फ्लैप करता है तो देखता है कि बर्फ के अंदर एक चिड़िया वो बिल्कुल फंसी हुई है बर्फ में और बिल्कुल बिल्कुल फ्रोजन सी हो गई है, मतलब उड़ा भी नहीं जाएगा। वो कहती है प्लीज मुझे बचाओ, मैं जीना चाहती हूँ, I want to live, please save me. He says I doesn't know how to fly, मैं ऊपर तो प्लेन में बिठा ही नहीं सकता, मैं कैसे क्या करूँ? I really do not know what is to be done with you. So what is to be done? तो the oxen के दिमाग में एक जबरदस्त ख्याल आता है, वो टर्न करता है and the oxen shits on that ice. ऑक्सीजन की बॉडी अंदर से वार्म, वो जो डंक गिरती है, इट वाज वेरी वार्म डंक, वो थोड़ा सा बर्फ को पिघलाती है, चिड़िया जो है बिल्कुल डंक से भर जाती है, परंतु उसके अंदर एनर्जी आ जाती है, ठंडक हट जाती है। जैसी ठंडक हट जाती है, आई हैव सेड अ बाय टू डेथ, मैंने डेथ को बाय कर दिया। और ये फीलिंग उसके अंदर इतना चर्प करती है उसे कि वो बगैर सोचे हुए कि मैं अभी पेड़ में नहीं बैठी हूँ, वो गाने लगती है। Because गाना उसका basically वजूद था। Start singing without understanding where are you placed as of now. And the moment it starts singing, a fox which was hungry for days in that cold desert is very anxious to see that I can hear some life, and sees where this life is. I'm hungry. Finds it's coming from a snowflake which is covered with dung. He sees how come voice coming from dung. He flat says there's a chidiya inside, which is happy, just pulls the bird out and has a nice meal. Moral of the story, बहुत शर्मा रहते हैं, friends कौन रखते हो, कैसे friends रखते हो, बहुत जरूरी है डिसाइड करना, because there is always a chance that somebody who even shits on you, shit को actuality में shit कर सकता है, जो आपको बुरा भी बोल दे कभी कभी may criticize you like anything, but he still may be a very good friend and a well-wisher of yours, like that oxen to that bull, somebody who can pull you out of the shit. कोई हो सकता है आपको लग रहा हो मेरा है तो है, फिर उससे बाहर निकाल लिया, but you know that person is absolutely not a well-wisher. So keep that things in mind, and this is very important. Okay? So, and of course, third thing is, when you are in such a such a shitty state, don't try to sink, understand where you are, and remain in position before you do anything, understand where you stand. So determination is something very important. Fourth is, I always believe it, and very strongly believe it. Have a very good feel and love for others. Have a very good feel and love for others. You will always get it back. कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होगा, believe me. आपके लिए आपको लग रहा हो somebody gave a very bad look to me. Need not to give a retaliate a bad look to him or her. You remain your normal and remain your goods. That person would realize one day, hey, come on, what the hell am I doing? And he or she would, mend one's own ways. You will start getting that love or that feel of regard back from that person once again. But do not remain in that feel. दूसरे की चीज में मत रहिए. I'll give you a very nice one on this. There is this poor man. They're very emotional. Very emotional. There's this poor man, और उनके यहाँ Christmas आ रही थी. So he had a daughter. His wife had died. So this small daughter said, I have to give some present to my father. So she looks into the house. House doesn't have anything. You're going through a very bad financial patch. She looks into it. She sees a box. She covers the box. And on the day of Christmas Eve, she says, Dad, this is my Christmas present to you. The father knows that the girl doesn't have a penny, so how come she's got something? They could feel maybe something she's picked from the house and has packed it. So he opens the box, opens the wrapper, and sees, oh, this is the box which generally remains on our, the dining table. So he says to her, he opens the box and the box is empty. There's nothing kept inside. So he says to the daughter, "Beta, jo khali hai, there's nothing inside." So she says, "No, Dad, don't you say there's nothing inside. I blew 100 kisses into it." Okay? This is what it is. मैंने उसके अंदर 100 kisses fly किए थे, Dad, which are for you. So this is the beauty of the love. This is the beauty of a feel of affection. This is the beauty of a feel of, regarding and not looking down upon somebody. Please maintain yourselves as good human beings. This is the most important characteristic of a human, to remain human. Animals are not. This is again I'm saying why we are different from mammals is that we are social animals. And to remain social, this is the first aspect कि आपके अंदर वो सारी अनुभूतियाँ हो, आपके अंदर वो सारी चीजें मौजूद हो जो कि अच्छे सोशल एनिमल में होनी चाहिए, और ऐसे ही लोग बिलीव मी दे रीच टू ग्रेट हाइट्स। आप द्वेष रख करके, आप दूसरों के प्रति घृणित होकर करके, आप दूसरों के प्रति उनको लो फील कराते हुए जिंदगी में खुद रुक जाओगे, शॉर्ट रन में, लॉन्ग रन तक टिके नहीं रहोगे, ये 100% चैटिंग लीव इट एज एन एपिडेमिक टू यू। To bring those characteristic good traits in yourselves, and that is a very important thing. So love is very important. Fifth is when you say, oh yeah, जो मैं आपकी जनरेशन में देखता हूँ, this generation which is sitting before me, गुस्सा बहुत जल्दी आ जाता है. You get into anger, you get into a rage, moment of rage, very, very, very fast. And that's also not a good thing. Because getting angry or bringing anger into your personality is never going to be helping you. It would only and only get something in reverse. There was this boy who used to get very angry. Very angry. Habits you होगी उसकी, छोटी छोटी बातों पर he would pounce on his servant, he would kick his dog and things like that. So the father said, something is to be done. So he consults a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist says, no, nothing like this, ऐसी कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, just handle it with care. And he advised few things. So the father calls the son the same evening and he says, dear, listen, you get into anger very often. Smallest चीजें ट्रिगर करती हैं तुम्हें. आज के बाद बेटा तुम एक काम करना कि जब भी तुम्हें ये देखो, मैं तुम्हें नेल्स का एक बॉक्स दे रहा हूँ जिसमें 250 कीड़े हैं. There are 250 nails inside. Whenever this ball in my room, this big ball, and this is the hammer given to you, whenever you feel that you are getting into any anger, just put a nail into the ball. He said, okay, Dad. Well, come to me when you feel that तुम्हारा anger कम होने लगा है. So he 250 nails are finished, and he starts seeing a little change in his behavior. And the son still, but at times is getting angry still. And the nails are finished. So when the nails gets finished, he says, Dad, I feel there's some change in me, but not in totality. So I still really can't control, पहले से बहुत ज़्यादा बैलेंस हो रहा हूँ, but वो चीज़ अभी भी नहीं आई है, Dad, which you may be expecting from me. So Dad, give me another box. He says, no. Now, whenever you get angry, start one nail out from the ball. Pierce it out. Here's the class now for you. You don't need a hammer, you need a class. So now another 250 nails, and he remains in that process. And during this 500 nails of being put into the wall and being extracted from the wall, whenever he used to get angry, finally he feels that he is over it. And he comes to that, Dad, don't you feel there is a change in me? He says that there is a drastic change in you, God bless you. But I want to show you one thing. He takes him to the wall and he says, look at the wall now, my son. Just have a look at the wall. How bad the wall is looking. He says, yeah, it's looking awful. But this is what happens when you get angry and you make other people feel just like this as the state of this wall is today. Never get angry, my dear children. Being angry is absolutely a state of insanity. And in that state of insanity, you really do not know what exactly are you doing, what exactly are you saying. And believe me, words once being said cannot be brought back. How much you will start healing? वो उसको कितना ही वॉल को प्लास्टर करा ले, वो ओरिजिनलिटी कभी नहीं आने वाली उसमें. So don't give scars to others. If you wish to be successful and want to chase your dreams and wish to achieve your dreams, remain determined, remain struggling, remain having a very self-strong belief, and have good love. And of course, very important thing, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा, you are not a kids of what you call nursery or 5th class or 6th class, you're college going students already through with your first year, you're in the second year or third year, about to be graduate in a year or 2 years. You have seen some life, कुछ जिंदगी आपने already देख ली है. Childhood आपकी निकल चुकी, adolescence आपकी kind of 18 में finish हो जाती है, teens is called adolescence, वो भी phase आपकी life का is over. You are absolutely in your hardcore young age. All of you wouldn't be called adolescent anymore. You all are young people. And as young people, believe me, a lot of you would be having a lot of habits. And carrying those habits would only and only, उन habits को लेते हुए साथ में चलोगे, वो आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ better करेंगे अपने dreams को achieve करने के लिए. तो ऐसी habits को छोड़ना बहुत जरूरी है, rather than कि आप उसको pull on करें. जितनी जल्दी आप इस exit policy पे आ जाओ, which is called exit of wrong habits. क्योंकि as I'm saying जो आपकी एज है, इस एज में आपके अंदर बहुत हैबिट्स डेवलप हो चुकी होंगी. Whether it is remaining stuck to your mobile for hours and hours together, glued to the Facebook or the WhatsApp pages, or maybe you have to be seeing your what is it called night में आते हैं आपके channels, जैसे movies आती हैं, Netflix, okay. रात सुबह आपका लेक्चर भी है, आज भी मैं देख रहा हूँ कुछ बीच में नींद ले रहे हैं, झटका सा आ जाता है, फिर अटेंटिव हो रहे हैं. नेटफ्लिक्स ज्यादा देख ली थी आपने रात को 3 बजे तक देखते रहते विदाउट टेकिंग, यू हैव टू बी फ्रेश टुमारो मॉर्निंग. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, लाइफ में अगर लॉन्गेविटी में आगे तक चलना है तो अपने आप को डिसिप्लिन करना अभी से बहुत जरूरी है. और गंदी हैबिट्स को, कुछ भी ऐसी चीजें हैं उनको शेड करो माय डियर्स. दीज आर वेरी स्मॉल मिनिस्क्यूल थिंग्स. जिसने आपको जिंदगी में कभी आपको लगेगा 5 साल हो गए जिसने कभी आपको फोन करके हेलो नहीं किया, आप एक पोस्ट डालो, उसका एक हफ्ता तो उसका वो आ रहा होगा, व्हाट फॉर है, व्हाट फॉर लाइक, दिस इज लाइक्स कमिंग एंड देयर विल बी कमेंट आल्सो मे बी ऑन अ व्हाट्सएप, बिकॉज़ वो भी मेरा लगा हुआ है. वो भी मेरा लगा हुआ है, उसे भी मतलब कुछ तो एक्शन मारना ही है उसमें करने का, तो अपनी प्रेजेंस उसने भी दिखानी है. तो प्लीज to a limit, everything is fine. I'm also on WhatsApp, I'm also on Facebook and everything. But how much are you carrying it on? Exit policy, I'll give you one thing. So it's an example there. There's some mementos lying over there. And I'll get more mementos also. If any one of you gives me the right answer, now let's become interactive. जो मुझे right answer दे देगा तो उसको संविधान किया जाएगा. Now बताइए जितने भी आपके स्पेशीज हैं, जितनी भी स्पेशीज हैं, like we are mammals, right? Then you have amphibians. Amphibians में कौन आते हैं?
Water animals. Water animals.
Not water animals, yes. No, amphibians जैसे स्पेशीज है, वैसी reptile स्पेशीज है. Reptiles में जैसे snakes, crocodiles, ये आ गए. तो एम्फीबियंस में कौन आया? एम्फीबियन जो वाटर लैंड दोनों में होते हैं, बताओ एग्जांपल. फ्रॉग. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एम्फीबियन इज फ्रॉग, टोड्स. एंड उनकी आपको शायद मालूम ना हो, आपके जितने लिविंग बींग्स हैं मैक्सिमम उसकी प्रजातियां जैसे कहते हैं है तो टोड ही, परंतु टोड में या फ्रॉग में there are not less than thousands kinds of frogs all over the world. Okay, in different forests, different kind of water bodies, and different kinds of frogs. Some are so poisonous that they consider that there cannot be more poisonous thing than them as compared to one small pinch of theirs can make it is more than a cyanide or something like that. So that's wrong. Now, exit policy, they're going proper jawab in here. And PK's strategy should have said this is a frog or toads and all that. Still, you may be a contender. What's the name? Okay, it could be a joint one, you give those, yeah. Okay, give you both of you give your names. Ramdhan and Muskan. Okay. Write down Ramdhan and Muskan. I'll award you in the last, okay? Alright, now let's get into this thing. This is beautiful. You'd love it, the exit policy. Students, are you finding it interesting? Then I'll continue, otherwise I'll switch over to something different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I'm talking of traits today. I'm just talking of traits. Skills. These are skills. What is your basic trait? I'm a very determined person. I love to take struggles. I never, betray myself from struggles. These are basic trait, for example. After trait cat, I'm one person who can never get angry. I'm a very composed person. I handle everything. So these are different traits. What is this? I can never get into a feeling of detest towards somebody. I would always carry a feeling of empathy for anyone and all. That's a basic trait of mine. So these are traits and you have to be very careful. Now, this exit policy. Imagine this is a bowl and it is on fire. It's a bowl and it's on fire. And you put a frog inside. आपके ईश्वर के दिए हुए जितने भी जीवित जंतु हैं उसमें मेंढक और मेंढक की प्रजातियां भी ऐसी हैं जो अपने आप को एक्सटर्नल टेम्परेचर्स के साथ साथ अपने बॉडी टेम्परेचर को मैक्सिमम रूप में एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं। ओके, राइट? जैसे आप हमें अभी एकदम से उठा करके साइबेरिया या आपके आइसलैंड या ग्रीनलैंड में बिठा दिया जाए आपके 8 घंटे की फ्लाइट के बाद, तो अपनी कुल्फी जम जाएगी, सबकी बॉडी नहीं ले पाएगी because we are humans. We have to be wrapped with lot of bullets and all, otherwise we will be frozen. Believe my words, in -40 or -70 degrees centigrade, we all will be frozen. Until unless we are so well covered that freeze doesn't reach our inner bodies and our bloodstream and our arteries and the blood keeps flowing within us. So, this frog, ये आग लगनी शुरू हो गई, पानी गर्म होना शुरू हुआ। जैसे पानी गर्म शुरू हुआ, मेंढक कंफर्टेबल है, उसे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। And in some time, as it is getting more and more heated, the frog gets little feel of the heat, but it immediately adjusts to the temperature. बॉडी ने एडजस्ट कर लिया हीट के हिसाब से, तो और गर्म होता चला गया। इट कीप्स एडजस्टिंग। अब वो 100 डिग्री से भी ऊपर हो गया, पानी इज एब्सोल्युटली बॉइलिंग एंड अब उसको थोड़ी सी चटपटाहट सी फील होनी शुरू हुई, बिकॉज व्हेन द वाटर स्टार्ट्स बॉइलिंग एट व्हाट डिग्री? 100 डिग्री। 0 degree becomes
Ice.
starts converting into ice. Water starts converting into ice the moment it is 0 degree, and it starts boiling when it is 100 degree. परंतु अगर आप किसी पानी को 3 घंटे पहले से वो इतना बड़ा कढ़ाई में पानी है, वो 3 घंटे पहले उबलना शुरू हो गया, उसे आप 3 घंटे से आग में रख दो तो तुम सोचो 100 डिग्री पे रहेगा। 100, 150, 200, 250 वो उसका टेम्परेचर बढ़ता चला जाएगा, एब्सोल्युटली बढ़ता चला जाएगा। तो ये टेम्परेचर जैसे 100 डिग्री से बढ़ना शुरू हो गया, अब एक लिमिट पे जाकर फ्रॉग के अंदर छटपटाहट महसूस हुई एंड इट वांट्स टू, क्योंकि 1 सेकंड में कर सकता है, वो वांट्स टू जंप आउट, बट इट कांट जंप आउट, क्योंकि उसने अपनी सारी एनर्जी wants to jump out, and when he says let me jump out, he doesn't have the energy to jump out, क्योंकि अपनी सारी एनर्जी जो है वो किस चीज में लगा दी?
Adjustment.
एडजस्ट करने में, उस हीट के साथ एडजस्ट करने में kept on giving its energy towards it, and now it doesn't have energy and it vanishes. So understand my dear, just understand. Exit करना ना, to exit from a habit or exit from anything which you feel is a negative trait in you, there's always a time for it. And then, if you do not do that, it becomes a part of you. अभी तक वो आपकी हैबिट हो गई, then it becomes absolutely a characteristic of you. अभी तो ये supposingly, यार से कभी-कभी बहुत गुस्सा आ जाता है. ये बात समझना. अगर किसी के लिए बोला जाए कि कभी-कभी से बहुत गुस्सा आ जाता है, that is a trait in you जो आपको exit कर सकते हो उससे. और अगर आपके लिए जाके वो बहुत ही गुस्सा होता है, तो आपका characteristic हो गया, वो आपकी personality की part हो गया. So before it becomes a part of your personality, check it. There's always a time to exit, but at the right time. So this is something very important. Remain, I would here always say, love always doesn't favor. हमेशा मत वेट करते रहो कि मेरी जैकपॉट लग जाएगी अमेरिकन लॉटरी में, किसके काम करूं, लॉटरी खेलता रहता हूं. ये तो है नहीं कि एक नॉर्मल हर एक की लॉटरी लग रही होती है. Everybody would have been a millionaire. And believe me, money doesn't give you everything. Finally, the ultimate goal of any human being would always be happiness. Happiness will always be in your pocket when you have good health, when you have sound wealth. And of course, when you have the health and the wealth and this content and satisfaction of what you are doing, and you are very satisfied with it, you are absolutely happy. The moment you may be having COVID, of course, was the real time to show to the whole world. You may have billions, but it won't give you life. The people who perished in Italy and Germany and this in Europe, you think they didn't have money? They could have bought a whole year here in India. But they just perished overnight, So, understand, health is very important. Luck would always not favor you. So do not always bank on luck. Luck can come to you as a little field. ये नहीं कि आपके साथ जो है luck lady लाइक हमेशा साथ दे रही होगी and would always be smiling next to you. It would never be. There was this donkey, जिसको उसका मालिक जो है नमक बेचने ले जाता था पास के गांव पे. तो रोज एक पुलिया पड़ती थी, एक छोटी सी आपकी नहर थी. नहर के ऊपर एक पुलिया पड़ती थी और वो रोज उसको अपने लेकर के जाता था वहाँ पर मेले में, वहाँ उसका नमक बिकता था. एक दिन ज्यादा भार था और उसका डंकी का पैर फिसल गया, तो पुलिया से नीचे नहर में गिर गया. जो नहर में गिर गया बहुत सारा नमक बह गया. अगर बह गया वो वापस उठा तो उसमें क्या तो कमाल हो गया. गिरना तो ठीक था पर तो मेरा सारा वेट ही खत्म हो गया ऊपर से. It's so beautiful. तो I'm so lucky यार, तो बहुत बढ़िया बात है. अब वो हर 5वें 6वें दिन जानबूझकर थोड़ा सा स्लिप करता और पानी में डुबकी लगा लेता. मालिक को भी लगा कि बहुत से बदमाशी कर रहे हैं मेरे साथ. इतना तो हो नहीं सकता है, एक बार गलती से गिर गया कि हर 5वें दिन गिर रहा है. नहीं कुछ अंडरस्टैंडिंग आज समझाता हूँ इसको. आज इसका लीगल लाइफ इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी फेवरिंग हिम. एंड व्हाट ही डिड इज कि आज नमक नहीं बेचा जाए, रुई बेचेंगे. तो उसने रुई भरपाई खूब सारी और रुई को तब करके लाद दिया. अगर वो लाद दिया तो ज्यादा वेट रुई में था ही नहीं, तो वो वैसे ही बड़ा खुश कि आज तो वैसे ही वेट नहीं और डूबूंगा तो और वेट खत्म हो जाएगा. वो जब फिर से डुबकी मारी उसने, वो तो रुई में पानी भर गया. जैसे मर गया उसको खड़ा नहीं हुआ है. और फिर जो पड़े डंडे, तो try to understand daily life is not going to be every day with you. Some fine day it may just shower itself on you, but never. It's always and always hard and smart work that will give you the right success in life, and this is what is really required. Okay, so these are few things that you must carry. Have very good friends. All have friends here. And when looking at all the faces, you all look very bright and very positive people. But believe me, have very good friends who can understand you, who can always give you encouragement. who can always push you, people who pull you, don't think they are good friends. Friends can always be critical. Somebody who keeps praising you is also not a friend. Somebody who is at parity, who criticizes you also, then you are wrong there, my dear. This is not right. This is the right friend. So keep that at the place, and absolutely. Your life में हमेशा feel करना when you were in some need, when you really required him or her, was she or he next to you? If not, right time to exit. Believe me. Don't carry friendships. There is two friends who are going in jungle and they suddenly see a bear approaching. भालू को आता देख एक जो था थोड़ा स्प्रिंटर था तो एकदम से साइड में स्लिप किया और पीछे जाकर छुप गया. The other one was not that kind of a sprinter. वो दौड़ नहीं पाया तो उसने कहा मैं करूँ क्या? उसने अपने आप को चुपचाप से लिटा लिया, शो किया he is breathless. भालू आया, उसने काफी देर तक उसे सूंघा सांगा. Absolutely had a good sniff at him, and he walked away. When he walked away, this friend who had hidden himself comes running to him, and he says, come on, my dear. What did he say to you? You were saying something. But nothing. He only said, do not have friends like him who just ran away when you were absolutely in need of it. So please always maintain it, the right spirits and what is what. So this is a basic crux of things that I would say is very, very important. But at the same time, I'll come on something very, very interesting for you to understand. ये कुछ ये वाले ट्रिक होने बहुत ही जरूरी. लाइफ में ये तो एक इनर ट्रेट्स है जो आप अंदर मौजूद होंगे. वो आपके किसी इंटरव्यू में आप जाओगे, जैसे आप मंशा क्या है, व्हाट एम आई स्टडीइंग, ऐसे पूरा पढ़ रहे हो. किसी जिंदगी में कोई भी चीज की जाती है किसी मंशा से की जाती है. मंशा मीन्स मोटिव. देयर हैज टू बी मोटिव फॉर एवरीथिंग दैट यू डू. विदाउट मोटिव आई वुड डू एनीथिंग. देयर इज अ मोटिव व्हिच ड्राइव्स यू फॉर ईच एंड एवरी एक्शन ऑफ योर्स. It would never be कि if you are driving a car, आप जाकर के स्टीयरिंग पे बैठे हो, तब बैठने के बाद सोचो कहाँ चलूँ. No, आपने कहीं जाना है. That is what drives you. That drives you करके आप वॉक करके गाड़ी के पास जाओगे, उसको खोलोगे, स्टीयरिंग पे बैठोगे, वो स्टार्ट हो जाओगे. ये थोड़ा कि स्टीयरिंग पे बैठने के बाद आप सोचोगे मुझे कहाँ जाना है. So there is always something at the back of your mind which drives you for a particular action. So I would say the most important thing of you doing your education, and believe me, it's बहुत important बोलूँगा, degree is always a piece of paper. As per me, degree is always a piece of paper. You can note it down. Education is always reflected in your behavior, attitude, and everything that you are. If you are educated, if you have the right education, it will reflect in your personality. It will reflect in your speech. It will reflect in your body language. It will reflect absolutely in your oral skills and how you are sitting, how you are moving, how you are expressing, how you are talking. It is expressed in each and every action of yours. Degree तो कोई भी ले लेगा. इसलिए मैं degree को मानता हूँ it's just a piece of paper. If you have the right education, it is reflected the moment you enter into your interviewer's room. ना से 1 साल बाद 2 साल बाद जब कॉलेज में जैसे इंटरव्यू होएगा, जब इंटरव्यूअर के सामने बैठे होंगे ना, एंटर करेंगे और सीजन होते हैं जो इंटरव्यूअर एचआर के, तो 1 मिनट में जान लेंगे वेयर यू स्टैंड. और फ्लूक्स नहीं चलेंगे बिल्कुल. एक्चुअलिटी में आप जो है बिल्कुल वही चीज दिख रही होगी. सो दिस इज व्हाट. और टाइम ज्यादा दूर नहीं है. If any one of you, आज की जनरेशन बिल्कुल ऐसी नहीं रही. Whether it's a female or it's a male, every one of you, as per me, should be career conscious. जिस जनरेशन को आप बिलोंग कर रहे हैं, आप husband wife, tomorrow all of you would be be getting married. So all of you, the females here, you'll be working, your spouses will be working. Same with the male students here, you'll be working, and of course, your spouses will be working. So keeping it at the back of your mind, gone are those days when it used to be my mother's time. When it used to be mother's time that majority of the females they used to be housewives or housemakers and all. But that thing has changed. That thing has totally changed. तो आप किस लिए पढ़ रहे हैं? आप जॉब के लिए पढ़ रहे हैं। अगर जॉब के पहले इंटरव्यू में पहले दिन जाओगे, ये सारी स्किल जो मैंने बोली, ये आपके अंदर मौजूद होंगी, जो आपको फाइनली उस जॉब में सक्सीड करके उसे जंप करके आपके सब अंत तक ले जाएंगी। परंतु वहां उतनी सी देर में जो आपके साथ रहेगी वो आपकी एजुकेशन रहेगी और कुछ चीजें ये रहेंगी। ये कहीं it is so important communication skills. Very important also. Pick up in your communication skill if you cannot, if a good amongst you is not. बिल्कुल शाइनेस अपनी बंद करके अगर आपको लगता है कि मैं अच्छा नहीं बोल पाता, मैं खड़ा होकर नहीं बोल पाता, इंटरेक्शन में मैं नहीं हूँ, because there are two kinds of things, not only communication skill. There is another thing, communication is can be one way also. When I am communicating, आप सब चुपचाप सुन रहे हैं, this is communication. I am communicating to you. When you are also communicating back to me, that is a conversation. Conversational skills में भी जरूरी होता है कि you have to be a good listener also. It's not that you are a good speaker, that you are a good communicator. You should give time to the other person also to speak, so that you are a good listener also. You are a good listener, you are a good communicator. That means you are a good conversationer. Now, when you talk about communication skills, I'll just express it to you. I will always do it. There's something I did it in Latin, believe me. Or you can say I love it. Expressing it this way. Okay? I'll put it again. Make it straight. Yeah. Okay. Now, understand. आपके ब्रेक का ये वाला जो पार्ट है, what is communication? कोई खड़ा होकर के युगांक चतुर्वेदी आपसे इंग्लिश हिंदी में अच्छी तरह बात करें, becomes a great communicator. No. There are a lot of other things which comes along with to be a great communicator. So when you say communication skill, ये जो पार्ट है ब्रेक का आपका, ये क्या करता है? ये है, this is number one. What does number one do? I would say one. This does your thought processing. क्या करता है? बोलिए।
Thought processing.
Thought processing. What is thought processing? समझना आपको प्लीज। आज वेडनेसडे है, राइट? 3 दिन पहले संडे था। सभी ने संडे बिताया। मैं आपको एक शीट ऑफ पेपर दे देता हूँ कि हाउ डिड यू स्पेंड योर संडे, लास्ट संडे और 10th। सभी के संडे बिताया, सभी को मालूम है, सभी के दिमाग में है कि मेरा संडे मैंने कैसे बिताया था। अब आपने लिखना शुरू कर दिया, मतलब आपके अंदर थॉट्स जनरेट होनी शुरू हुई। सबसे पहली चीज है किसी भी चीज को कर, यहाँ आपको मैं किसी को ओके स्टैंड अप एंड स्पीक हाउ डिड यू स्पेंड योर संडे। आपके अंदर थॉट्स जनरेट होनी शुरू होंगी। जब तक थॉट्स जनरेट ही नहीं होंगी, आप बोलोगे क्या? सबसे पहले तो थॉट जनरेट होगी ना। अभी आप किसी को खड़ा कर दूं और मैं कहूँ प्लीज स्पीक अबाउट द जिब्राल्टर रॉक ऑफ द सदर्न कोस्ट ऑफ यूरोप। जिब्राल्टर रॉक के बारे में बात करिए जो कि मेडिटेरेनियन सी में है, दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी चट्टान है वो, इट्स कॉल्ड द जिब्राल्टर रॉक। बात स्पीक अबाउट जिब्राल्टर रॉक। अगर नाम आपने पढ़ा है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, नाम जानते हैं उसके बारे में, जब उसके बारे में पता ही नहीं तो थॉट ही जनरेट नहीं होगी, राइट? सबसे पहली चीज कम्युनिकेशन की है कि आपके अंदर थॉट प्रोसेस हो गया है, उसके लिए कुछ प्रोसेसिंग हुई, कुछ थॉट्स जनरेट हुई, कुछ थॉट्स पैदा हुई है नहीं। फिर हर एक डिफरेंट है। अभी मैं जैसे बोला संडे, सबने संडे बिताया है। अब मैं सबको एक शीट ऑफ पेपर दे दूं और कहना 5 मिनट का आपको समय दे रहा हूँ, 10 मिनट का, और मैंने 5 या 10 मिनट बाद एग्जैक्टली सेम टाइम आप सबसे शीट वापस ले ली। बिलीव नहीं, किसी की शीट ना सिर्फ 2 लाइनें लिखी हुई होंगी और किसी की शीट ऐसी होगी जो कि ओवरटर्न होकर के एंड तक भी गई हुई होगी 10 मिनट में, क्योंकि एक की इतनी सी थॉट जनरेट हो रही है, एक की इतनी सारी जनरेट हो रही है, और थॉट्स के बाद एक और बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, जैसे मैंने आपको कहा कि आपको संडे हमने कैसे बिताया ये लिखना है। जैसे आई प्रेस द बेल एंड यू विल स्टार्ट। अब आप बेल की प्रेस कर रहे हो, परंतु बेल की प्रेस होने से पहले ही आपके अंदर थॉट्स जनरेट शुरू हुई, आपकी थॉट्स जनरेट होनी शुरू होगी। मैं लेट उठा था, लेट उठ करके मैं जॉगिंग पे गया था, और फिर मैं जिम करने नहीं गया, मेरा मुंह ठीक नहीं था, बरसात हो रही थी थोड़ी, मैंने गिव अ कॉल टू वर्क, और उससे मैंने कहा कि आप मिल लेना, लेट्स गो टू सीपी, अपना वो कल ही खत्म हो रहा है G20, पर लेट्स सी कैसा बना हुआ सब चीजें, जैसे एक्सप्लोर द सिटी है, न्यू दिल्ली और साउथ दिल्ली के सब चलते हैं ऑल दिस। फिर वो आया, देन वी हैड लंच शेयर, सारी जनरेट होने लगी आपके अंदर थॉट्स, राइट। परंतु आप इसे कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं ना। अब आप जैसे ही आपने लिखना शुरू करना है, घंटी बजाने से जस्ट 1 मिनट पहले या 15 सेकंड पहले मैं आपसे बोलूं, पर आप सबको ये जो है अपना जो लिखना है, लिखना आपको जर्मन में है, ओके। अब आपके अंदर थॉट्स कितनी जनरेट हो गई है, किसी के अंदर इतनी जनरेट हुई है, किसी की इतनी जनरेट हुई है, परंतु आप सब बिल्कुल स्टक बैठे हुए हो। व्हाई? Because you do not have a command over the language in which you have to communicate. So the second part of the brain is, जैसी thought generate होती है, वो उसको translate करता है उस language में, जिस language में आपको बोलना है या लिखना है। That means to be a great communicator, you must have a very good thought process. You must have a very good command over that language. आपको language का ही command नहीं तो क्या बोलोगे? और एग्जाम्पल, आप इंग्लिश में बात कर रहे हैं और इंग्लिश में आपको लिखना है या इंग्लिश में बोलना है, तो यू शुड हैव अ ग्रेट कमांड ओवर द वोकैबुलरी ऑफ दैट लैंग्वेज। जब तक लैंग्वेज में कमांड नहीं है, हाउ यू कम्युनिकेट? थॉट्स तो आ गई, थॉट्स तो आ गई। कुछ लोग थॉट्स में बड़े वीक होते हैं। आपसे मैंने पूछा किसने, हाउ इज द वेदर टुडे? जवाब है इट्स ओके, दैट्स द थॉट प्रोसेस। एक का जवाब है sir, it's pretty pleasant and it seems to be a little cloudy, maybe it will be raining up sometime. It's not sort of generate to the skin. So thoughts generation is not equal in everybody. Somebody can have a massive command over thought generation, thought processing, and somebody having a beautiful command over the vocabulary. अथाह है उसके पास, शब्दों का भंडार है उस लैंग्वेज का, तो वो बिल्कुल वाटरफॉल की तरह से उसकी कम्युनिकेशन होगी। वरना आप क्या करेंगे, आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल ब्रेक होगी, आप यूज करेंगे फिलर्स। you know in fact actually basically वो कैसे how did you spend the Sunday? Somebody who has a fluent thought process and somebody who can translate it into the language. Sir, I got up a little late in the morning, and when I got up I thought that I should be going to the park for jogging, and I gave a call to my friend that very moment that let's have our breakfast outside. We went to Kamranagar and get some chula bhatura, and you're continuing. अब जिसकी thought process continuity में नहीं है और language में command नहीं है, वो कैसे बोलेगा? Sir, I got up late in the morning and I gave a call to my friend and उसको सोचना पड़ रहा है, बीच बीच में लैंग्वेज नहीं बन पा रही उसे इमीडिएटली, फ्लॉलेस लैंग्वेज नहीं बन पा रही क्योंकि उसका कम्युनिकेशन में लैंग्वेज पे कमांड नहीं है, थॉट्स जनरेटेड नहीं हुई है, पर वो नॉट एब्सोल्यूट फ्लुएंट लैंग्वेज नहीं बना पा रहा। तो पिलर्स जो है, ये पिलर्स की तो ऊपर हिंदी के भी आ रहे हैं, इंग्लिश के, इनफैक्ट सर बगैर इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है बोलने की, पर आप बोलेंगे देयर आर पिलर्स, देयर इज वन मोनोटोनस टोन, एक ही टोन में आप बात कर रहे हैं। अरे have a pitch of speaking. Till you do not have a pitch of speaking, your communication would not be attractive, it would not be effective. Absolutely have a pitch of your speaking. These all things are so important. Don't have a singer song. What is singer song? बिल्कुल जैसे आप गाना गा रहे हो, there has to be breaks also. You should know where there is a full stop. I got up late in the morning and I thought that I should be speaking to my friend, and I spoke to my friend and I will give, but there is no break. There has to be a break. There has to be a full stop. There has to be a comma while you are speaking also. So where you have to stress more, where you have not to, that needs to be understood very well. So this is what it is, and there you either you speak it out or you write it. Okay? Either you speak or you write it. So when you talk about communication skill, लिस्ट की प्रॉब्लम होती है बहुत में आपकी जो मदर टंग है नेचुरली हम सारे ब्रिटिश तो है सारे में हम कोई भी ब्रिटिश नहीं है हम सब भारतीय हैं we all are Indians and somebody may have whatever language as a mother tongue somebody may have Bengali somebody may have Punjabi somebody may have some other उस लैंग्वेज का आपके मदर टंग का हमेशा आपके इंग्लिश बोलने पे प्रभाव रहेगा उसको आप कितना कम कर सकते हैं ये आप कर सकते हैं जो चीज आप इम्प्रूव आज नहीं कर सकते बिलीव मी अब आप फर्स्ट सेकंड आप 12 साल 13 साल कॉलेज स्कूल के हो गए 2 साल आपके तकरीबन कॉलेज हो गए 14 साल की एजुकेशन और 18 प्लस साल होने के बाद आप ये चीज अपनी आप ठीक नहीं कर सकते ये जिसकी चीज ठीक नहीं है वो ठीक नहीं हो सकती है ग्रामर नहीं ठीक हो सकती आपकी अगर मैं आपसे कहूँ what did you do on Sunday? Sir, I get up late. Get up नहीं यार, I wake up. नहीं, I ना wake up, ना get up. Woke up और I got up. आपका वर्ब बिल्कुल गलत है. जहाँ आप शुरुआत ही गलत कर रहे हैं तो वहाँ पर आप गौर हो गए पहले फर्स्ट लैंग्वेज से ही. ये मैं ऐसे एम्प्लॉयर मैं आपकी वर्ब आपकी ग्रामर को ठीक नहीं कर सकता. हाँ मैं आपकी डिक्शन को ठीक कर सकता हूँ. मैं आपके कंप्लीट प्रोनाउंसिएशन को ठीक कर सकता हूँ. वो मैं आपको ट्रेन कर सकता हूँ. मतलब अगर मैं कंपनी हूँ मैं ट्रेनर हूँ तो ग्रामर की ट्रेन की जा सकती है ग्रामर इज इम्बाइब्ड इन यू वो आज तक जितनी आप समझते हैं वो उतनी आप जानते हैं उसी को आप करेंगे जहाँ पास्ट टेंस को प्रेजेंट करें प्रेजेंट को पास्ट टेंस करें दैट कैन नॉट बी करेक्टेड तो व्हाट कैन बी करेक्टेड पिलर्स कैन बी करेक्टेड और जो खड़ी बोली हिंदी बोलते हैं वो बिल्कुल एब्सोल्यूट परफेक्ट इंग्लिश बोलेंगे दे स्पीक बेटर टू द ब्रिटिश Believe my words. Believe my words. I've stayed so much in London, and our speech, the Indian speech of English, is even better to the British speech of their own English language. Because within UK, you have the southern part of UK where you have London, you have Midlands where you have Birmingham and Manchester and all. You have the northern part which is Scotland. Scottish people they say we speak Scottish, we don't speak English. It's not Nagaru, it's not. Irish, no. How's it no? You say, my mother ka puch rahe, madam ka puch rahe. So this is where the thing is. So list is also very important. जो कि हिंदी है, अब ये देखिए. ग, 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 च, ग, च. Okay. ग, ग. The right? अब इंग्लिश की बात करें. We speak. उससे पहले आ चलता ही है हमारा. I'm talking about English. A. Where is A in Hindi? A. 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 Right? Where is B? And E. When you pronounce E and you pronounce B as a child speaking the mother tongue, you can speak B. When you have C, you have sa E, you have D, da E, you have E, you have E, you have F, A, F, you have H, A, Ch. There is not a single alphabet of English which a child who is speaking Hindi, he has not pronounced it. So the moment you start speaking English, who is speaking Khadi Boli Hindi can speak flawless English. उसके अंदर लिस्ट या मदर टंग इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं होगा. It's all MTI, mother tongue influence. For example, I'll speak. You will be able to make out what language am I using. Okay? I say Japan invaded the United States of America at the Pearl Harbor, and that was the end of the Second World War. What language? English. Japan invaded the United States of America. This is English. Here America becomes America, Japan becomes Japan. It's English. Japan invaded the United States of America. This is what is Punjabi, right? So you have the typical. Now you have this. Japan invaded the United States of America. So this is Bengali. Where you have the mother tongue influence on your English speech. That is there. It is because in Bengali, in Odia and Assamese, A is O, Jal is John. Okay? So those things have the influence which is called lisp or mother tongue influence. ये correctable है. ये correct किया जा सकता है. Grammar correct नहीं की जा सकती. You may always remember that. For example, there is this. Turn. अब हमारे जितने भी नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टेट्स हैं, जितनी नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टेट्स हैं, नागालैंड, मणिपुर, मिजोरम, मेघालय, ऑल दी स्टेट्स इसमें जो लैंग्वेज बोली जाती है, खासी, जैंतिया और जो उनकी अपनी लैंग्वेज है, उसमें उसकी लेक्सिकोग्राफी जिसे वर्णमाला बोलते हैं, उसमें ट नहीं है, विच इज टी इन इंग्लिश या ट इन हिंदी, ये है ही नहीं। एक बच्चा कोहिमा में या इम्फाल में जब बड़ा हो रहा है और बाद में वो कैलकाटा में पढ़ने जाता है, हमारे दिल्ली में कितने बच्चे आते हैं दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ने के लिए, आपकी भरी हुई है आपके नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टूडेंट्स से, so they have never spoken till their class 12 if it is the pleasure of mind. वो कैसे बोलते हैं? It is the pleasure of mind. क्योंकि वो नियरेस्ट जब ट पे जाते हैं, बचपन में उन्होंने मदर टंग में कभी ट बोला ही नहीं, वो ट को रोल ही नहीं कर सकते वहां तक, तो whenever they would be going to speak ट, वो कहाँ रुक जाएगा? ट, वो टंग वहीं रुक जाएगी ट पे, तो इट बोल ही नहीं सकता बच्चा, वो बोलेगा कि आपकी लेक्सिकोग्राफी इससे भी बताई, बता दूंगा, मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ हिंदी वर्णमाला का रूपांकित किसने किया, क्योंकि इतनी टेक्निकल है। अब आप देखो क ख ग घ, क ख ग घ बोलो तो आपकी जीभ बिल्कुल वही लगेगी, क ख ग घ, ये सिर्फ जिस फ्रीक्वेंसी से आपकी जीभ लग रही है ऊपर तालु पे, ये उच्चारण अलग शब्द का हो रहा है, अलग अल्फाबेट हो रहा है। देखो च छ ज झ बिल्कुल वही लगे, च छ ज झ, जीभ बिल्कुल वही लगी है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमें सेंड है प फ ब भ म, यहाँ के लिप्स यूज हो रहे हैं, प फ ब भ म, in all these alphabets you are using your lips to pronounce it. Okay? अब जिसकी भी लिप डिसऑर्डरिटी होगी किसी बच्चे की, वो कभी भी प को प नहीं बोल पाएगा, पापा won't be able to speak, पीकॉक नहीं बोल पाएगा, तो उसके हमेशा प में अपभ्रष्ट रहेगा बोलना, because he has or she has to use the lips to pronounce pa 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 ma. So this is how it is. This is the basic lingo aspect of your this. So basically what I'm trying to say, you must have a very good thought process. You must have a very good command over English. The language जितना पढ़ सकते हो, newspapers पढ़ो, magazines पढ़ो, and frankly speaking, गलत बोलना शुरू करोगे ना, आपस में जो मैं कभी नोट नहीं करता है स्कूल कॉलेज में, frankly speaking, I rarest of the rare occasion में, और ये मैं तो ये नहीं करा, मैं हिंदी भी उतनी अच्छी तरह जानता हूँ, मेरे पिताजी श्री जगदीश चतुर्वेदी पद्मा अवार्ड से अवार्ड वो रहे, पद्मश्री अवार्डेड रहे, प्रेसिडेंट कलाम साहब थे, हिंदी के वो प्रखंड कवि साहित्यकार लेखक रहे, नामी इंसान रहे, बिल्कुल एब्सोल्युटली हिंदी के कवि थे श्री जगदीश चतुर्वेदी। तो हिंदी तो इट रन्स इन माय वेन्स, बट इंग्लिश इसलिए कि आप जो एजुकेशन ले रहे हैं इट इज थ्रू इंग्लिश मीडियम, आप कल जिस जॉब पे जाएंगे, जिन कॉर्पोरेट्स में जाएंगे, वहाँ इंग्लिश में ही आप वर्क कर रहे होंगे, आप विदेशों के साथ आपका चल रहा होगा, इंटरनेशनल एक्सपोजर, तो उसमें जो भी चीजें होती है, द लैंग्वेज विल बी यूजिंग ऑल थ्रू इंग्लिश एंड नथिंग एल्स, सो यू मस्ट हैव कमांड ओवर दैट लैंग्वेज। मैं यहाँ स्टूडेंट्स का आप लोगों को कभी नोट नहीं करता, वेरी रेयरली यू हैव सीन दैट पीपल आर कन्वर्सिंग in English language to each other, because सबसे ज़्यादा ये चीज़ की development of the language only comes when you start speaking it. जिस चीज़ को आपने सुना ही नहीं, आप बोल नहीं सकते। Do you know this? Do you know one thing? If you ask Yugank sir, that sir, we want to hear you to give us our PDP in Chinese today. I'll stand here, I'll remain calm, I'll say sorry to what happened all of that. Because I don't know how to speak Mandarin, which is Chinese. When you say, sir, speak to us in Italian, I may not speak, because I don't know that language. Does it mean कि 5 साल का बच्चा जो इटालियन है, या 4 साल का जो चाइनीज है, जिसमें शंघाई में या जो सिसिली में है, वो फ्लुएंट इटालियन बोल रहा है 5 साल का बच्चा, और एक 5 साल का चाइनीज बच्चा फ्लुएंट चाइनीज बोल रहा है, do you think they are more talented to you and me? No, it's simply because वो वही सुन रहे हैं, जो पैदा हुआ the language he is listening, वही शब्द उसके दिमाग में जाकर के बैठते हैं, वही उसके दिमाग में धारित हो रहे हैं, वही शब्दों का उपयोग कर सकते हैं, जो उसे शब्द मालूम ही नहीं बोल नहीं सकता। तो आप लोग अपनी जितनी वोकैबुलरी बढ़ाएंगे वही शब्द आप प्रयोग कर पाएंगे। आपकी वोकैबुलरी, इंग्लिश की वोकैबुलरी जितनी सीमित रहेगी उतनी ही आपकी कम्युनिकेशन भी सीमित रहेगी, उतना ही शब्दों का प्रयोग कर पाएंगे। You won't be having the audacity of using that many number of words and that many things that you can use only when you be knowing that language. And knowing of language will only come when you read it. क्योंकि आपका दिमाग गॉड का दिया हुआ एक ऐसी चीज है जो एक बार ही आपने कर ली वो आपके अंदर जाकर बैठ जाती है। जब आपको उसे यूज करना होता है ऑटोमेटिकली फिर यूज होती है। दिस इज फॉर श्योर। गेटिंग द पॉइंट? इससे बहुत बड़ा एग्जांपल देता हूँ, meningitis. You know what is meningitis? Meningitis आज तो it is उसका जैसे कोरोना होगा लाखों लोग मर गए, पहले लाखों बच्चे डेथ हो जाती थी उनकी, या फिर लाइफ जिंदगी भर के लिए डेथ हो जाते थे, मतलब पहले। meningitis जो है इस हिंदी में इसको कहते हैं गर्दन तोड़ बुखार, दैट्स द हिंदी नेम ऑफ इट। एंड अब उसकी वैक्सीनेशन है। अब जब भी कोई बच्चा पैदा होता है जो वैक्सीनेशन लगते हैं, आपके सारे वैक्सीनेशन में मेनिंजाइटिस का वैक्सीनेशन भी शामिल है। तो इसकी अब आप नोट कर रहे होंगे डेफनेस धीमे धीमे खत्म होती चली जा रही है। जैसे कि आपकी आगे चेयर पे आ जाइए बेटा, अगर प्रॉब्लम हुई है तो यू कैन कम टू द फ्रंट चेयर। या परफेक्ट। इसमें क्या होता है, बच्चे को बुखार हुआ, जब बच्चे को बुखार हुआ और इसके सारे एस्पेक्ट जो थे दैट यूज्ड टू बी लाइक मलेरिया, एंड दिस यूज्ड टू बी हैपनिंग टू अ न्यूबॉर्न चाइल्ड फ्रॉम द एज ऑफ से 1 week to 2 weeks अप टू से 4 months। दैट इज द एज जब ये इसका वायरस आपको इम्पैक्ट करता है। और इज इट बैक्टीरियल और इज इट वायरस, आई एम नॉट अवेयर ऑफ इट, बट दैट इज इट। नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस, आप डॉक्टर के पास लेके गए, डॉक्टर ने डिटेक्ट किया मलेरिया है, मलेरिया की दवाई दे दी, बच्चा ठीक हो गया। अब बच्चा बड़ा हो रहा है, एंड जब बड़ा हो रहा है इज अबाउट टू बी अ ईयर, एंड नाउ द पेरेंट्स आर शॉक्ड, बिकॉज़ बच्चा 9 months 10 months, why hasn't he started speaking? Child, infants of this age, they start speaking pa, ma, शुरू कर देते हैं बोलना। Why is he not speaking? Why she is not speaking? You go to the doctor. Doctor says definitely by this age you should have started speaking. Why is it not speaking? आप एक चीज बताइए, डॉक्टर would ask कि क्या बचपन में कभी कोई बीमार हुआ था? हाँ, बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग मलेरिया हो गया था। Oh God! And the doctor would say, I'm so sorry to say, that was not malaria, that was meningitis. That was meningitis, and I'm sorry to say the child has lost his hearing nerves. जो मलेरिया की दवाई दी जाती है उससे बच्चा बच तो जाता है, परंतु उसका साइड इफेक्ट ये होता था कि बच्चा अपनी हियरिंग नर्व्स को लूज कर जाता था, तो बच्चा हो जाता था एब्सोल्युटली डेफ, 100% डेफ। अब उसे पूरा वर्ल्ड एकदम साइलेंट है उसके आसपास। बच्चा बड़ा हो रहा है, सुंदर हो रहा है, सुंदर देख रहा है, परंतु उसका वर्ल्ड एब्सोल्युटली चुप है, उसे कोई नॉइज नहीं आ रही है। अब जब नॉइज ही नहीं जाती बच्चे के अंदर तो बोलेगा क्या वापस? इट इज ओनली व्हाट यू हियर दैट यू कैन स्पीक। दिस इज द बेसिक फिलॉसफी। व्हाट यू विल हियर यू विल स्पीक, व्हाट यू विल रीड एंड रजिस्टर दैट यू विल स्पीक। समथिंग व्हिच इज आज आप जाकर करके रहने लगो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल फ्रांस में बिलीव मी 6 महीने बाद आप थोड़ी थोड़ी फ्रेंच बोलना शुरू कर दोगे, क्योंकि अब रात दिन जहाँ गुजर रहोगे, आप ट्यूब में हो, ट्रेन में हो, what do you call मेट्रो, हमारे मेट्रो दे कॉल इट ट्यूब्स, आप उनके ट्यूब्स में हो, बस में जा रहे हो, अपने ऑफिस में हो, मार्केट में हो, मॉल में हो, हर सेकंड पर्सन लिफ्ट में हो, वो आपस में फ्रेंच में बात कर रहे हैं। रात दिन जो आप शब्द सुन रहे हैं फ्रेंच में सुन रहे हैं, कुछ देर बाद आप भी कुछ ना कुछ फ्रेंच बोलने लग जाओ। So this is what it is. Your mind is a computer. जब आप कोई लैपटॉप खरीदते हो तो उसके अंदर कुछ नहीं होता, बिल्कुल एम्प्टी होता है, फिर उसके अंदर आप फीड करने लगते हो, जो आप फीड करते हो वही आप एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हो, जो आपने फीड ही नहीं किया आप एक्सट्रैक्ट कैसे कर लोगे? वैसे ही आप जब हम बात करते हैं, जो मैं थॉट प्रोसेस के बाद कमांड ओवर लैंग्वेज की बात कर रहा था, दिस इज द मेन थिंग कि व्हाई पीपल्स कम्युनिकेशन इज नॉट दैट स्ट्रांग, बिकॉज़ दे डू नॉट हैव कमांड ओवर द लैंग्वेज इन व्हिच दे हैव टू कम्युनिकेट. That confidence never comes because you do not have words to express yourself. And when you do not have words, you have absolute laxity of words. You have a scarcity of the complete vocabulary of that language. Everything will remain absolutely golden for you. Okay, when I say about this, another 15 minutes and we'll wind up. When you say about communication, there are 2-3 types of communications. One, I say, vocal. What is vocal communication?
Speaking.
Speaking. Speaking.
Speaking. Anything that you speak, anything that you speak is vocal communication, absolutely. What is verbal?
Speaking and writing.
Writing.
Speaking and writing.
No, not speaking.
Writing.
Only writing.
Only writing. When you would be doing your communication in written way, that will be verbal communication. Right? What is oral? Oral is gestures, expressions, body language. That is the oral communication. For example, I want a glass of water and Chotu in the house. He looks to me, I don't say, Chotu, that's fine, I just say this to him. What does it mean? A glass of water. I want a cup of tea. When I want a cup of tea, what do I say to Chotu? Chotu. Okay? He gives me a cup of tea. When it is evening and very dark, I say, Chotu, I want Chotu gets my glass. For example, I'm saying, so what I mean saying is, you need not to say certain things at times your oral language speaks by itself. Right? So this is what very important, and oral communication is extremely important when you go for an interview. For example, when you've gone for an interview, your oral starts the moment you have even entered at the reception. जब आप रिसेप्शन पे जाएंगे ना और रिसेप्शन पे बैठे होंगे, उनका कंपनी के ओनर्स और जो एचआर है ना, वहाँ के आपको ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं, आपको लग रहा है कि इंटरव्यू भी शुरू नहीं हुआ, आपका इंटरव्यू शुरू हो चुका है, आप उस कंपनी के रिसेप्शन पे बैठे हो, किस पोज में बैठे हो, क्या कर रहे हो, बैठे हुए बड़े impatiently बैठे हुए, बड़े composedly बैठे हुए, going to a newspaper or just sitting and watching others and just like that. So what exactly are you doing? In what posture are you? These all oral communication of yours, your body language, your gestures, your expression, the moment you enter the interviewer room and the way you have entered, the way you have approached him or her, and the way you have got seated, that speaks about your oral communication. And be very smart in that. The moment you say a hello, your vocal communication starts. And if you clear the first round, of course, the pre-placement talk में आप लोगों के साथ detail में बात करूँगा third year students, even the second year for your internships. I'll talk to you in details that day. That the moment these things I'll talk, pre-placement talk, will not today. That what really you have to do to crack that interview. literally to crack that, the best of the interviews you face, and how you can crack it. Just understand and grasp it and work for it, and you'll be able to crack it. The moment you say that hello, your vocal communication starts. And of course, if he gives something to you in writing, for writing, say in a verbal test, an aptitude test, उसमें आपका verbal English के सामने आ जाएगी, verbal communication की. So it's a complete combination of all these things. There's one way of communication, though it is not the usual way of communication. And anybody who has been with me earlier need not to speak, let others guess. And you're really very quiet. You want to say something?
No, another that you are asking.
So that you know, you remain quiet. Okay. Just let others try. What could be another way of communication? Yeah? Touch. You were there last time sometime. You heard it already from me, right? But it's very difficult to guess. And anybody who guesses, I find it very interesting that you could feel it. The other way of communication, the same way you were saying, also? Grand. Can I have your name?
Rupanshi.
Rupanshi. Rupanshi, let's write down. Okay. That's a touch. That's one more way of communicating. इसके अलावा कोई communication नहीं है. You can communicate vocally, as I'm doing with you. You can communicate verbally. You can communicate by expression. And when I say like this, that means be quiet. And I give an expression to you, that means I'm annoyed. I give a loving expression to you, I'm saying my thanks to you for being patient. So all these things are expressions, gestures, body language, that's oral communication. And touch is only, say you shake hands with your interviewer. Very good morning, sir. That feel of your shaking hands, that is also communicated about your personality. पता चला आपने गए हो आप एक सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोग्रामर के इंटरव्यू के लिए हाथ आपने ऐसे दबाया जो को मेट्रो के लिए गए हो, ओके? तो वो मतलब need to be having the right feel that what is to be done, what is not to be done. So this is very important. So touch, oral, verbal, vocal. This is the only and only. For example, I have a cocker spaniel in the house now. Earlier we had a Labrador. So that cocker spaniel pet of mine. Do you think that if I say to him, Pluto, vocally, Pluto की जीप पी खुलने लगती है कि आज बॉस को प्यार करना मुझे बहुत वर्बल इतना मैंने उसे नहीं सिखाया कि मैं दिखाऊँ I love you Pluto लिख करके दिखाऊँ उसको हिलने लगे I don't think so but oral definitely and just doing this अब मैं मुझसे आवाज़ नहीं लगा रहा but I'm doing this to him and he would again understand that I'm giving that affectionate feel to him. And where does the touch come? He's just speaking and I'm just putting my hands on his, silky turf and I'm just doing it. And just say I'm doing it. So this is a language where you need not speak but the touch can also communicate. There is no other way of communication. So this is what it is. I'll just touch 2 more points and we'll conclude with that. And this is something which I will be talking to you in my next PPT in certain details. आज मैं सिर्फ आपको तक basic tricks की बात की है. इसमें मैं details में communication के या इसके further जो branches है communication की उसकी मैं आज नहीं जाऊँगा. पर अगर आप लोग बड़े ध्यान से समझते हुए और इस पे अमल करना शुरू करेंगे, you will definitely feel a change in yourself. And you will definitely start searching towards your dreams for sure. Second thing other than communication, as I said, which I consider is extremely important. I've always spoken about it. Always spoken about it and I'm very serious about it. I had my own company before I joined this college program in India Private Limited and I was the managing director. And I ran it for a good 15 years most successfully. It was the worldwide recession of 2008 which shook us very badly when Lehman Brothers and all such companies, GD, very badly affected. And that was 2008. For next 4-5 years, I remained on. My clients were so nice with me and all that they did not part with our company that day. But they remained on. But definitely a lot of other things changed. And which I was doing all through work, going to campuses, it was my interest, speaking to students and all. But then I drifted and somehow this happened, wherein I joined the CPJ and I shook hands here. It's basically the love of students here. Let me be very frank and upfront with you. It's been the love of the students, connect with the students here, which in fact used to be very, very strong earlier. It is a little bit diminished during the COVID times because for the 2 साल बच्चे घर पे रहे कोई कनेक्ट नहीं रहा न कॉलेज से न कॉलेज के अथॉरिटी से खास फ्रेंडली स्पीकिंग आई थिंक तो उसके बाद वो वाली चीज़ बनने में भी टाइम लग रहा है अदरवाइज इससे पहले इट वाज अ वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग कनेक्ट विद द स्टूडेंट्स दैट आई हैड इन द कॉलेज एंड आई थिंक वील अगेन gear up back to that field and bring things to where it used to be before the COVID days and bring it to the right field. So what I'm trying to say is this one word of yours is very, very important. Just one word. And this one word defines you. आप वो बिल्कुल आपके पास दर्शा देगा है क्या? And that is attitude. What is attitude? I can speak for hours and hours on this word, attitude. Because I feel if you have the right attitude, आधे काम आपके तो उस वजह से हो रहे हैं. You're already on track to success if you have the right attitude. If you have the right positivity in you, you're already on road to success. As it's called success and failure both rely on the same road. Success and failure, they both lie on the same road. Success is only a little ahead of the failure. Fail हो गया. But the beauty of it is rising up again. And trying it again, क्योंकि वो success है उसके बाद. It's better if you get tired, rest. It's better to rest than to quit. Don't quit. There's nothing which you do not be able to achieve. The people who have always been successful have always been failures, firstly. But they did not give up. They remained on, and that is what I say success is always further down the same road of failures only. And keep this at the back of your mind. If you fail once, learn, have experience out of it, gain skills out of that failure, and then implement yourself. And I'm 100% ready with that. I said teachers, for example, we have regarded teachers here. Teachers, they can sing, and I believe it so strongly. Teachers can open the classroom doors for you. They can open the classroom doors for you, but it is for you to enter yourself. Right? It is as I said, that degree, as for me, is just a piece of paper. It's the education that speaks. It's the education that you get all through that will speak from your basic body language. What is that basic attitude? Attitude? आप कुछ नहीं है, फिर भी आप पढ़ने का है. अभी आपने अपने रोड की सक्सेस की रोड पे पहला अचीवमेंट भी नहीं किया, फिर भी आप सोच रहे कि पता नहीं आप कहाँ के कहाँ बन गए. You just have not even started and stepped on the first road of your, the first step of your career. You still are a student. And you think you've already reached attitude, unnecessary attitude. I give you examples of attitude. I enter the lift. There are 3 students already. Though it rarely happens, but it happens. It never used to happen some years back. Never. But it does happen now. You enter the lift, Mr. Yugank Chaturvedi enters the lift at the 3rd floor. The lift is coming from the ground floor, maybe. It's going to the 5th floor. Or maybe it's coming from the 5th floor to the down floor. There are already 3 students standing inside. Yugank Chaturvedi enters. They don't even wish good on, sir. the study straight. Attitude box. Don't say he was tired. There's not even a grin of a smile. You may not even say good morning, sir. But there's a smile, is an oral communication. Smile by itself is greeting you. No smile, stoic face, stern, stubborn, straight. Attitude. I define it as attitude. You may say whatever. This is nothing but attitude, wherein you do not have the basic courtesy of saying or wishing the senior most person in your college. That's attitude. So maybe even the more than your father's age, you don't have that courtesy. What is attitude? I'm standing on the third floor of my lift. The lift stops at the third floor. It is coming from the fifth floor. There are students already in it. Since I have pressed the button, the lift stops. The students look at me and they wait the lift door to close so that they go down. No courtesy that one or two of them, they come out, sir, please. As I said some years back, this thing was absolutely absent in this college, but it has started evolving. And this is the change in this generation, which is you people are. This is the change in this generation. Not all of you, but it's corrected, my dears. मेरा कुछ नहीं करेगा. खराब अपना कर रहे हैं. As I say, it doesn't cost you $1 million, not even a penny, to give a smile, to remain good, to remain cherished for others. It doesn't cost you anything. So why you can't be? You ask all the faculties there. Don't think I'm bragging. 1, 2, 3. There are no new ones. They hardly have interacted with Yugank, sir. Isha ma'am is there for years. Soumya ma'am is there for years. Paul ma'am is there for years. All the 3 program coordinators are there. Ma'am, have you till date in 11 years that I am here, and you are here for 7, 8, whatever years, you all joined me after me. Have you even once encountered where sir would have been down for something? Yeah? Be very honest. Don't you think that I would have been under stress? Don't you think that I am also a human being and I also would have been in some moments of stress? Maybe my mood is also not too good, I'm not God, I'm also a human being. Maybe I also arrived college with some problem back at my home. I lost my mother, I lost my father when I was very much young in 2014, 2015. Tomorrow is my father's anniversary only, tomorrow. I lost him in 2015. 2014 I lost my mom. When all years when they were hospitalized and I was running from here to the hospital, I was coming from the hospital to the college, do you think I was in under stress? Do you think I didn't have any kind of hassles at the back of me? I'm also a social person, having a massive social circle, massive number of friends, massive number of relations, my own family. But when I don't think so that I will even be discourteous for even a second, irrespective of whatever. This is what one should have. Basic trait. You develop it. Once you have developed it, you would remain like that. Somebody may kill you, but I cannot be that. I cannot do something which I just cannot do. I may say bye. I may stop my relationship. I may just avoid being there, but not that I change myself. So bring good traits in yourself. This thing is very bad. Carrying unnecessary attitude about yourself is very bad. This is kind of wrapping a plastic paper, a plastic shield around yourself and thinking you're great. Those nothing lies inside. You're absolutely full of attitude. So give it to stuff anything. Other stuff please. Don't carry this. I'll give you a story. We have just 5 minutes and we'll end up with that. I always give the story. I love the story about man. Some of you would have heard it. Some good times since you have been here. Though I tried to be very new with everything today. But this story is very much there. Isha, you would have heard it. Kazu, you do somewhere. Not the new ones. This talks about a billionaire. There's this friend of mine, Snigdha. She was she was studying with me in Delhi School of Economics. And she joined the World Bank. and she is a big shot there today in Geneva, Switzerland. So she greeted me 2 years back on the birthday, and there was a mail. And the mail had this story, and it had certain morals. And then there was, a wish from her at the end of it. So this is how it is. But I love that story. So whenever I'm there, I share it with my students or others. It talks about a billionaire. And this billionaire, he had lost his wife, but had a son. And the son grew up. So the son is around 30, 32. So the son's name is John. And it's high time that billionaire, takes the back sheet. As the Ambani family has recently done, they've all become the directors, and Nita Ambani has withdrawn from the board chairmanships and all. So high time that he takes the back seat from the chairman's CEO's position and the son takes over, young man. So one fine day he declares it in the board meeting that this is what John shall be our new chairman or managing director from the next Monday. Today is Saturday, so next Monday he will be the chairman managing director. He says it in the boardroom, and everybody greets it. बहुत अच्छा लगता है सबको, बहुत long awaited news की सर ने आज बोली, and that's it, great. But what happens? उसके बाद जब वो अपने रूम में जाता है billionaire, और उसकी secretary आती है, जो उसके साथ साल से had been very close, looking at his complete growth from where he was to where he became, losing his wife, growing up his son and all. But she always found him a very strong person, not giving up, and but she finds him to be very dull and sad and all this. She says, "Is there any problem? I don't feel you normal." He says, "Yeah, no." She says, "What happened?" He says, "I also कर दिया कि John would be the next CEO, पर मुझे बहुत डर लग रहा है." सर किस बात कर रहा है? He says that listen, मैंने उसे आज तक किसी भी तकलीफ में नहीं रहने दिया. Whatever things that were coming in his direction, I was like, shield before him. He has never seen stress. उसने कभी duress देखा ही नहीं है. The moment he occupies my chair, there will be a lot of problems, there will be a lot of stress, there will be a lot of such things. This chair automatically gives all those stress. So he will be undergoing all that, and I know he may not be able to take it. And if he won't be able to take it, this empire would start succumbing slow and slow to where I am protected. I am very disturbed what to do. I have already announced it. I cannot take my decision back. So what to do? So the girl says, the lady says, "Sir, I have a suggestion." She says, "Sir, we cannot take your decision back because it will be very hurting for you. But let's do one thing. Let's, sir, just check him on his attitude." He says, "How to do that?" She says, "You can do it this way, this way. One thing he finds very interesting, let me check it. And if he passes the test, you be rest assured your empire goes rise further. And you'll be very confident." He says, "Okay." So as she had suggested, next day morning or Sunday, there's just 1 week between him becoming, the son becoming the CEO. He calls his son, he says, "Listen, John, do you know where our mansion stands, our building stands, our house stands? Down the road, who are the people who stay there?" He says, "Those are those guys who rub our horses, जो हमारे घोड़ों की मालिश करते हैं, वो लोग रहते हैं, उनकी 2-3-4 families हैं, by the side of the river. So they stay there. या कितनी बारी गाड़ियों में रोकता हूँ और गाड़ी की पॉलिश ही कर देते हैं 2 मिनट में. बोले ना, those are the people. He says, "John, listen, I have nothing to request." He says, "That guy requests, order me." He says, "John, if you don't mind, go and stay with them. For 1 week, go and stay with those people in their hutments. Don't carry from here anything, not your limousine, nor nothing else. Just carry your some clothes and all. And if you don't mind, I want to check on you or something. If you can go and be there and come back next Monday for 1 week, stay with them. Next day you will be the CEO of my company, your company." He says, "Dad, are you sure?" "Oh, yeah." "Oh, and of course, in case you feel you are not able to cope up, you are most welcome to come back immediately." So the son goes. Father remains very perturbed about it, that he will be coming back, he doesn't come back, but he doesn't come back. And it is nearly a week later, absolutely on Sunday when he was to come, Father had a restless week, but on Sunday you could see that he's coming back. He sees it from the window of his first floor bedroom. He sees John is coming back and he sees him with his rucksack with a very smile and a good feel that reflecting on his personality, absolutely relaxed mentally and all that, and he's walking back to the house. And he is very chilled, so that's good. He sees the gatekeeper is rushing to open the door for him. He stops him. That is the first learning. He stops him, says thank you. He opens the gate, closes the gate, walks in. He sees this change. How come this great change? He never closed the door. There's no good way of doing that. Anyway, he walks up to him. And when he walks up to him, he says, John, how was it? He says, Dad, it was super. He says, how do you say that was super? He says, Dad, what I could not learn in 32 years of my life, I learned those things in 7 days. He says, the father says, what all did you learn? And that mail which I got from a friend had nearly 100 learnings of John. And one was better to the other. I'm just saying 2, 3 to you. John says that we have a great building, great mansion. We have a great pension. But I know this is the end of it. Where my courtyard is, when I have my morning newspaper, I mean, this is the end of it, within which I have to live. Dad, we have only this much of this thing which is our horizon. For them, it is the end, nothing like end. They had the horizon for them, in fact, no end to it. Dad, we have a small swimming pool in our house. We keep throwing parties, bribe the press media people to talk about our parties next day. We have just a small pool, Dad. They had the whole river with them. He says, Dad, we keep guards to protect us. They had friends with them. Dad, we had one after another. He was talking to Dad that what all they had, which he learned one should have in one's life, which we do not have, Dad, and I will be working for it in my life. He says, he hugs him and he says, thanks, John, you made my day. And of course, you made me sure that my empire is going to the right person. And that is what it is. To have the right attitude, and that mail had 3 words: attitude, altitude, and aptitude. What is aptitude? Aptitude क्या होता है? Come on. Second, third year students. Aptitude क्या होता है? What's your aptitude? Hey, don't you say it over.
Knowledge.
Who said? Okay, knowledge to certain extent. Yeah. What else?
IQ.
Skill, knowledge, IQ.
आप किसी से कैसे इंटरेक्ट करते हैं?
No, that's not that. No, aptitude is a basic knowledge, a basic intelligence. The basic intelligence is aptitude. For example, कोई gold medalist होगा यूनिवर्सिटी में, माना जाएगा उसका aptitude is definitely much better to the other. Gold medalist है, बहुत 100 out of 100 आया अपने स्कोर में, naturally must be have his aptitude. So, altitude, height. So what did that thing say? It says that there may be a chance. That there may be a chance that somebody with great aptitude, gold medalist है बंदा, he's a gold medalist from the university. That there is always a chance that there is somebody with great aptitude, but some attitude. But attitude भी है बहुत साथ में, right? There's always a chance that somebody with great aptitude, but some attitude, shall never scale the altitudes of life. Altitudes को touch और taste और achieve करने के लिए you should shun yourself from having any kind of unnecessary attitude in yourself. Got it? Clear? Grand. ये सबसे पहली चीज समझना, जो इतनी सारी चीजें मैंने बताई, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है उसमें. Unnecessarily अपने बारे में एटीट्यूड मत रखो. पहले अपने अंदर झांक करके देख लो what exists in you. और अगर है भी बहुत कुछ exist करा, किस बात की कर रही है? What for? Why not have an attitude still? Why can't you be humble? Why can't you be modest? Have those characteristics rather than having a necessary attitude about yourself. Right? So this is what is attitude? You have entered your reception of जब आप एक साल बाद 2 साल बाद जॉब के लिए जाएंगे, you entered a company where you gone for the interview. मैंने भेजा for example, and given these 4 names they are coming. पता नहीं आपका क्या मूड है उससे? मेरी सिलेक्शन भी गलत रही, शॉर्टलिस्टिंग गलत रही, आप ऑफर घुसे हैं, and you're giving your just like this, your resume. There is a way of giving your resume. आप जाकर के बैठे अपने इंटरव्यू रूम में, you're sitting on a sofa set, maybe on a chair which is making a little jerky noise, you know. Maybe the spring is wrong. It is making a noise like charak charak. आप उसे और हिला रहे हैं charak 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 charak. Attitude. आप स्पोर्ट्स शू पहनकर चलेंगे इंटरव्यू में. Come on, why so? Are you so casual? Casualness is also an attitude. You may be anything. यार बहुत अपने घर में बैठो. मैंने आपको हायर नहीं करा. I'm only hiring a person with attitude. People with attitude. People with lack of energy. People with any kind of ill skill sets. They are like parasites in the system. Why should I hire that side? मेरे पास ऑलरेडी 10 लोग हैं, 10 लोग पॉजिटिव हैं. मैंने एक नेगेटिव दिया, ये एक पॉजिटिव को इन्फ्लुएंस करेगा ही नेगेटिव. और पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव मींस नेगेटिव, ये इकट्ठा बड़ा नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. अब ये डोमिनेट करेगा इस पॉजिटिव को. ये फिर से एक बहुत बड़ा नेगेटिव हो गया. एक दिन होगा मैंने कंपनी को नेगेटिव लाइक दिस. Why should I hire even one negative person in my system? Because he would be a parasite who would be eating my complete system like a termite. And before I understand, it's already gone. So please, this is not to be there. And last that I'm talking to you, other than communication, the vocabulary, and all the n number of traits that I spoke to you in the stories that I gave to you with respect to that, irrespective of all this, I consider this thing to be very important for youngsters like you especially, which is thing called energy. You come to me for the interview at 10 o'clock in the morning. Right? It's not 10 p.m. or 10 in the night. It's 10 in the morning. You enter the room. Maybe आपकी गलती है बस. Netflix आपके 4 बजे में क्यों देख रहे थे? Energy की बॉडी में. You just enter my room. कोई sparkle ही नहीं हुआ. I could not feel any kind of a vibration. मुझे कोई फीलिंग हुआ कि कोई आया रूम में, कोई एनर्जी आई. रात मुझे लगा मेरी एनर्जी खींच ली किसी ने. So much of negative energy you have. You enter the room and you say, "Good morning, sir." अरे क्यों रो रहे हो यार? It's the morning. Say, "Good morning, sir." That's the way it should be said. It's not 10 o'clock in the night. Even if I'm the managing director of my company, somebody is going at 10 in the night, says, "Bye, sir. I won't mind it. Definitely, यार कल थक गया होगा, थक गई होगी. Needs to rejuvenate one's energy. कल morning में जब मिलेंगे, फिर वही वापस मुकाम होगा. When he or she would again say, "Good morning, sir." That's the way. That's how it should be. That is how it should be in life. That is how positivity will come into you. Because energy is extremely important. एक सात्विक बात करूंगा आपसे while concluding. Whether it's a गुरुद्वारा or a मंदिर or a मस्जिद or a church, एक चीज हमेशा ध्यान रखना. इनमें से किसी भी रिलीजियस प्लेस पे कभी भी जाओगे, जो मुझे फील हमेशा होगा वो आपको भी होगा. The moment you enter, for example, I generally have been to all these places a lot. I was in Europe, so for years, so I've been visiting churches like anything, even to explore new churches, and of course, to be there for some praying or something. Of course, gurudwaras and temples, I've been very frequently going in India, in Delhi. आप इसके अंदर कभी भी जाओ और एक बार आपने अपने शूज स्लीपर्स उतारे हैं, हाथ धोए हैं, पैर धो लिए और आपने अंदर एंटर किया, कोई चीज आपको टच कर दी, राइट? something is there inside which touches you. What is that? That's nothing but positive energy. Why such places of religion, such sanctity की जो जगह है वो सब इतनी हाई चार्ज क्यों होती हैं एनर्जी के साथ? Do you think कि भगवान श्री कृष्ण जी या भगवान श्री राम जी या श्री हनुमान जी की वहाँ पर प्रतिमा लगी है सिर्फ इस वजह से है? नहीं, वो तो है एक रीजन। गुरुद्वारे में श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी रखे हैं, क्या सिर्फ इस वजह से नहीं? वो है एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन। परंतु उससे भी बड़ा एक रीजन ये है कि जो भी भक्त वहां पर जा रहा होता है एंड द मोमेंट दैट पर्सन हु इज गोइंग, देखो जिसके अंदर अच्छी भावना नहीं है, पॉजिटिविटी नहीं है, वो अंदर जाएगा ही नहीं। टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड। वो गुरुद्वारे के बाहर से भी बाहर भी नहीं देख रहा होगा। जो एक बार उस द्वार के अंदर गया एंड somebody who has reached that point is here with a good feel, with a good mind thought, with a good energy, with a good positive feel. और जब वहाँ जाता है ऑलरेडी पॉजिटिव एनर्जी के साथ जाता है। उससे पहले लाखों करोड़ों लोग जो वहाँ पर होकर जा चुके थे वो भी उसी पॉजिटिव एनर्जी के साथ गए थे। तो वहाँ पर उसकी एनर्जी जो थी, उसके रेसिड्यूज जो थे वो वहाँ पर इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाते हैं कि जब आप ऐसी जगहों पे जाते हो वहाँ की पॉजिटिव एनर्जी आपको छूती है। It is because of the positivity of people visiting those places for years and years that such places become so much charged with energy that you can feel that energy. So have this kind of an energy in you, which is infectious. And somebody pass by and you can feel somebody pass by, क्योंकि उसकी एनर्जी आपसे बात करेगी। जहाँ कोई पास से गुजर गए और आपको पता भी नहीं चला कि कोई गुजरा, मान लो उसके एनर्जी नहीं है। Somebody walks into your room and you feel without much even looking at it, somebody has walked in. That means there is some charge of energy. And this is a real thing, I'm not joking. Start feeling into it, start believing all these things, and you start having a feel of it very strong. So, keeping all those traits of determination, losing anger, feel of love, ready for struggle, strong belief in oneself, ready to keep that exit, whatever these lot of things that I gave you today. Keep that as traits of yourself, which remains within you as a person. And these few things that I talked to you, they are reflective, immediately reflective, which becomes obvious the moment you say a hello or enter a person or meet a person. You start working on the communication, start working on the vocabulary, be a person with no फालतू attitude about yourself because you are not. मैं कह रहा हूँ अगर कुछ जिंदगी में बहुत बदली जाओगे, आशीर्वाद है आपके साथ, God bless you all, पर तब भी attitude पर रखना बच्चे, उस दिन आपकी rise खत्म हो जाएगी। Your further rise you would stop that very day, and of course have good energies in you. So with this way, I conclude, and I feel I shared myself whatever that I could do in these 2 hours, 15 minutes. I started at dot 11, it is 1:15. I was closed at 10:30 to 1, so this is what is the time. Anybody has any questions? Thank you so much. Love you all. And please feel free to approach me for anything. I don't know why students now, they keep reservations. I don't know students now, why do they hesitate approaching, which was not earlier as I said. But this is what I also have started, उसमें आपके अंदर भी एक unnecessarily एक disinterest आना शुरू हो जाता है. Somebody talks, chats, earlier students used to talk, used to have a lot of things to chat, not just complaints, but of course for advices, for a lot of other things, and that is what was the beauty of it. would advise you all that keep a very strong relations with your all senior management, senior functionaries, your teachers, and this is what it is. As I said, teachers can always make you, open the classroom doors for you, but they would never open it for you. They would open it for you, sorry, but they would never not make you by hand enter the rooms, So that is one of the things. So remain very positive, remain in the right of spirits, and this is what the spirit should always be. And God bless you all, and thank you so much.
Two minutes.
Okay, on part of the NCI department, I would like to extend my gratitude was regarding such an inspirational session that he has given to all of us. And I hope you all, that is the 73rd semester students of the NCI department, would be taking the things in a positive manner and will be improving your personalities and start working on your personality enhancement after the tips that sir has given to you. And yes, these are sessions are organized for you just for the betterment of yourself and in your careers. And thank you so much, sir, for giving us your time for the same. And in case of any query, you can ask from sir now if it is there you have any doubt. Else you can ask after this session also whenever you feel like. So now we will be facilitating 3 students who have answered a few questions. Ramdhan Verma from BBA Journal Semester 3. Muskan from BBA Journal Semester 3. And Rupanshi Varshney from BCA Semester 3. At least clap for them, guys.
Students, I would definitely say one thing, and I always say that thanks to all of you, believe me. When I started, and that's why I always, whatever, not now, even if I remember of 1997 or 98, when I used to be going to very leading institutes pan India, I always started my any kind of an interaction with the same thing, that if you are keen and very much there to grasp and be a part of me, remain, otherwise please exit. So this is where you have all stayed back and very patiently, and you have, kind of grasped things pretty well today, and I could see from your faces, from your attentiveness and all. So thank you so much, and God bless you, and I'm very sure of it. And these 3 students who are here are just a representative of you only. I know a lot of you would have had such answers at the back of you only. It was just maybe a hesitation of really coming out. Shed your hesitations, speak out what meant at most. The answer would be wrong, but you have taken an initiative of speaking out. You've taken the initiative of, kind of exposing it, okay, this was my trial. As I said, success is always a road, the same road, some kilometers ahead of the failures, but they lie on the same road. You failed in your first attempt, no essence. You tried, maybe then your guess was wrong, maybe your thought was wrong, maybe somebody else's was right, but as long as you have participated as the best spirit of it. So God bless you and take care. Yeah, what's the name? Okay, Ramdhan, what do you feel about today's PDP?
My session and आपके story होगी
Story only is here, they are receive. Okay. Okay, God bless you. Yes, Komal. Muskan, sorry. Yes, Muskan, God bless. And something you would like to say? God bless you and remain like that. God bless you not, and of course bring it to whatever you have today. Try bringing those things in your complete working, right? Yeah. Yeah, very good afternoon, beta. Yeah, what do you have to say? Thank you so much, and keep it up, and God bless you. Thank you so much. question? All right. What we'll do is, we shall have, this was just the start of the session, I would say the PDPs. Very frankly speaking, if you thought and if you're thinking that this makes some difference in your thought process, in your approach towards things, you can always speak to your class coordinators, your HODs to arrange the next PDP, which I would be having no hesitation in having it with you, wherein we'll jump from this to the next level of what you should be thinking once you have developed and you started working on these traits. What lies next for you then? Okay? Speak to them. Whenever a request like that would come to me from any of the program coordinators or deans, directors, whatever, I would definitely see to it that how soon as possible we have the next personality development program. Thank you and bye-bye. Yeah.
Okay, students, now you will be having your lunch and after that you will have your last lecture for the day. So let's first the faculty members, then you can move on to the Thank you so much.
Oh, that's okay. आपने मुझे वो दुकान किस काम मेरी बात सुन सुन